fall through from your life?
No, I just, I did enjoy Kuzma pushing LeBron. Well, somebody had to do it.
You gotta think about it. Look, DeMarcus Cousins looks terrible out there too. Like, there's no defense.
Wait, hold on. I'm like that already.
All right. Do not adjust your dial. Welcome to another episode of BlvdAve Radio. I am your host, Old Man Logan.
It's your boy, King B.
And our boy, Gas Station P, is not in tonight, so we got a special guest host.
And this is Nikki B right here.
This is Nikki. Oh, this is actually, I don't know if this is a podcast first. It's podcast first for me. Me and Nikki have history, for lack of a better term. It's my ex-girlfriend that I reference, frequently when we're talking about certain things.
Oh, my gosh.
So now there's a face to the story that you guys been hearing.
Yeah, so now you guys have a face. When, I reference my ex, there you go. There you have it. It's Miss Bryant.
I hope it's a real good reference to it because, a lot of it came from jewelry and clothes. So, maybe the style came from me or whatever.
You a whole lot, for starters. That was all me.
Hey, but I will say this, that I was part of the beginning of saw him doing the Boulevard Ave in the home. So I do have an old throwback picture of him with his little baby MacBook starting this whole transition off. So I will say, congratulations to that, sweetie, nothing but love and support. And of course, I was around with Brandon plenty of times. He did some business ventures for me and everything. So, it's always been support.
Yeah, I went to, what was that you had? You had the tasting for your...
For all those amateurs that go out there and try to start their business, I never see anybody do a tasting the way my team did it. So with people saying that they got their own business, I know for a fact I went through the grind, had it all put together. And if you do need that production look, Brandon's that man for it.
Yeah, I came through for the production, and she talked bad about my hair because at the time, the dreads was not in effect yet. I had the rough afro.
You had just started, right?
Yeah, she's like, "Why are you coming here with your hair looking like that?" And I'm like, man,
It was a look. It was a look that I was going for. Everything had to go and flow, but if you look at all the pictures of everything that he done for it, it was. People still say to this day. It's probably one of the most immaculate things that I've done. So, yes, I am.
Yeah, it was a good event, too.
Yeah.
Good food, too.
Thank you. I am the reference
Shout out to
old man Logan say is the girlfriend. So.
Shout out to your homeboy that was the chef. What was his name? We're not going to get into that, but hey, the food was good.
No, give your boys some shine, man, because y'all did that together.
Actually, this man is now an executive chef in Minnesota right now, so congratulations to Chef Solo for that.
Chef Solo, there he is.
Let's give him some credit for that one. That was definitely a lot of work in progress, two people putting together the whole team. So it all starts with a dream. It starts with a pencil and a pad. So
yeah. Cornbread croutons, excuse me.
Listen, they still ain't got it right.
What was the lamb chop popsicle you had?
No, we had the turkey pop, the turkey.
There you go. Something I ain't never had before. I know that.
Listen,
yeah.
Everything got created in our home, so it was an awesome thing. So
yeah. That was some interesting times, man. Interesting times. Just trying to be a creative, man, and live by your own, creations and from your creativity. It was just a, crazy time. What was that company called? What did you call it back then?
The name of the company was Interpretive Soul.
All right, so you gonna reprise that one day, or you gonna go with something else? Because you've been doing a lot since then. That's been almost 10 years ago now.
Oh, I've been out of. Right now, went to the Small Business Expo, which I didn't see a lot of our faces there.
Which was today, right?
Which was today at Kennedy King College, which it was a lot of information there that a lot of us should go about seeing. If you was going into the podcast, they had different venues of how to get grants and loans for any small businesses that we are starting up, if there was existing or small.
Mm-hmm.
I went there, got a lot of knowledge. So right now, the next ventures for me as a businesswoman perspective is going into transportation. And the reason being for going into transportation is because you don't see, not saying that we don't see a lot of our faces, but we don't see a lot of women that own transportation business that actually know where the cargo starts and ends where the next point is going. So as us as people and being and moving around and learning a lot of different things of being in, learning about different businesses, you need to be able to research everything, take it time step by step, and actually know what you're going to get into. You know, that's learn more about the real estate. When everybody's talking about let's buy the block back, hold on. Research why you want to buy the block back. You know, and then with going into that, have some good team structure, keep working and keep putting that dream till it won't be deferred. Not like Langston Hughes was saying. So just keep grinding, keep reading, because everything that they don't want to give us is hidden in the book.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
All right.
And back to the food, man. There's a new soul food restaurant in Hyde Park. I just wanted to mention it just opened this week. So it's called the Soul Shack on 53rd. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know, that's by, if you went to the Lighthouse is also with Mikey's Grill.
Lighthouse Grill?
Lighthouse Grill.
Yeah.
You got Mikey's, which is the burger spot. It's also owned by Rico Nance. So they all are still starting to take over everything that's over in Hyde Park, which is a great feel, you know, and everything. I haven't gotten over there yet. I went and checked out, what's that, Surf Shore today over here on 71st in Crandon with the Hennessy wings, and I tried the shrimp.
The Hennessy wings.
It didn't taste like Hennessy, but it was decent.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying a lot of different places, you know, not trying to do like everybody else do, the black foodie or, you know, and like doing a podcast with it, but let's go out here and start supporting our people and just try different things. And a lot of us are afraid to try so many different things out here.
Is all of that on the same strip? The Lighthouse and
So Lighthouse was in a small part of, but I haven't seen where this location is or whatever. So I will be making my transition there to check it out. Not this week because you know it's going to be super heavy.
Right.
Now, a place I did try out this week, it's not into the black soul food. It's called the Cajun broil. When I tell you, it's probably better than two fish.
I ain't never had none of that. So.
What? Man, you got.
And that spot's in Orland, right?
Orland Park, and they have one open up in Joliet. This place was.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, this place was brand new. I went on the second day. Awesome on the food side. So, you know, I say we should. You know, a lot of people should go out here and start venturing more. It ain't all about chicken wings and hot sauce. You know?
Hey, but your boy Rico Nance got that Rico Mild over there.
Yeah.
It's legit. I rock with it.
Okay. I ain't been over there in a minute, man. I gotta get over there and check that out.
Oh man, you know you know what's going on in Olympia Fields with food out there to eat.
I mean, King B don't stay too far. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, see, so now he throwing about where I
Yeah,
stay.
and I'll be driving back to the city to pick up my food. You know, that's where the good food is at. So.
I put her up on Hidden Manor not too long ago. You know, how did you like that?
No. It was already in the phone.
Yeah, but you hadn't been there yet.
So my thing is, I should have went before the way it happened. Was I should have ate before it got cold. So it's something that you need to sit down in a nice little
for
place.
sure.
Little spot that you need to go into. So you know,
It probably should be in Hyde Park, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You got that vibe.
Yeah.
So.
you know what? Everything don't need to be over there, man.
I plan to be living there pretty soon, so I think everything should be over there.
It's so saturated over there, man.
To me, it's like a black downtown. It's like a black version of downtown.
With no parking.
I mean, who needs parking? You don't park downtown.
When
You walk.
What? Man, please.
Yeah.
How long was I was picking up a person from downtown for a long time. And
Hey, man, relax. Look, we ain't talking about all that.
I hate, if I'm going to go get my shoes, I got a shoe guy, I can't find parking on Saturdays. So you have to go get your shoes on a different day.
In Villa?
Man, listen. So, I mean, it's just...
He right there on that main street, though. So, that Villa right there.
on Lake Park.
Yeah, so...
But, to me, it's just hard to find parking over there. Even if you go to Kimbark over there, in the liquor store area, it's still hard to find parking.
Yeah, it is. Depending on the time of day.
That's very true. That's very, very true.
That's why I'm glad Mickey's got that drive-through. And I went up to the drive-through one day, and they told me I couldn't use it. They was like, "You got to come in." I'm like, "I'm just picking." So I called it in already. Like, "Oh, you called it in? What you have?" I'm like, The Rico Mile. Give me that.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta check it out. The burgers, all the burgers fire.
I only had the wings. The wings are so fire. I don't want nothing else.
I would say the burgers is fire.
But I got the jerk fries.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
But yeah, we can get into some topics though. You know,
Right.
Yeah, for sure. We had to unpack who our guest was for a little bit. You know, ain't nothing wrong with a little small talk, you know what I mean, every now and again. Before we do go get into the topics, though, I do want to say thank you to everybody that did check us out on Channel 19, Can TV. We debuted on there this week, episode number 1. With our guest for BlvdAve TV, first guest, Marissa Galladay. Did I say that right? You know what I'm saying? From the Chicago Bliss. So, Marissa, thank you again for being our very first guest. You know what I'm saying? It was on Channel 19 on the 6th, but the next time you can catch episode 1 of BlvdAve TV will be next Saturday at 7 p.m. on Channel 19. So it'll be the 16th, the 19th, the 20th, and the 30th on at various different times on Channel 19. So
you can check our BlvdAve Radio Instagram page for the time. We got it on there posted, so check it out.
You know what I'm saying? Hit a screenshot, take a picture of it, you know, tag us in and let us know. And let us know what you think about it, man. We'll try to make a question. You know
record it for me, because I don't get Channel 19 in the burbs, so record it and I'll come through and watch it with you.
You know, so shout out to my man Reese, you know what I'm saying? He had recorded it, took a couple snaps and put it up there, showed us, you know what I'm saying, it legit being on the like guide, and it said BlvdAve TV. That was pretty awesome. So shout out to him, man, for checking it out. Very much appreciated. And yeah, man, we want y'all to continue to check that out, and we just gonna keep this going. And yeah, so that being said, let's go and get into these topics, man. Let me start off with our entertainment news. Top of the docket.
Hold up. The only entertainment I've seen this week is niggas mocking R. Kelly all week.
Oh my God.
Like that shit just got mind blowing.
I mean, if it wasn't that, it was the Leaving Neverland shenanigans, and you know that is still unraveling.
I seen so many niggas just sitting there having their own interview, talking to nobody. Like, bro, chill out, bro. Like this shit is. It's not a joke. First of all,
did you see they put the little auto-tune shit on it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gave y'all 30 years of my career. And they just made that into a video.
One dude made like a Trapped in the Closet version where he actually sung what he said. Robert.
I think, in my opinion, you know, with the whole Never Neverland thing, you need to let the dead just rest. You know what
I'm not
saying?
watching that shit.
I'm not watching it. I mean, we all know what was going on. And if you think about it...
We don't know. That's the thing.
Exactly.
And he's dead, so we're never going to know. So leave it alone. Like, that's crazy to me that they even bringing it up.
And that's another sad thing, because all the things that he done for the community, but you're going to ready to tarnish his name more and more while he's dead, you know, and everything like that. You can't stop him from having more royalties. The man started getting powerful by getting his own masters. And you always notice something in the music industry. Every time that someone gets their own masters, what happens to that person? They get to start...
Die.
They're gonna know.
You gonna put it up? Yeah, they start to... they start to get in more and more trouble. Think about it. Chris Brown was obtaining his own masters. What happened? The girls say, oh, he raped me. Look at Sam Cooke. If you watch the Sam Cooke documentary, which is probably one of the awesome documentaries.
Oh, is that why that happened?
Yes.
I thought it was because he was like making his own company and was influencing others to do the same.
He was getting his own company. Getting his own company, and then after that, he was obtaining his own royalties and masters. And once he got that, then that's when that situation happened.
Makes sense.
You see what I'm saying?
Prince,
and then same way. You know, so just thinking about it. Who in the industry wouldn't want to own their own masters? You wrote that, didn't you?
I mean, most of them ain't write it, but like the guys of that stature, you know what I'm saying? Prince and all of them, you know, they wrote his material. He wrote his material, you know. Quincy Jones wrote a lot of Mike stuff. What's my man name from Guy?
I was gonna say Ty Dolla $ign wrote some Michael shit.
Mike and Ty, boy.
Ted Riley.
Teddy Riley. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot of stuff, you know, towards the, you know, the 90s. You know, but Mike owned it. You know what I mean? And Mike owned a lot of other catalogs as well. And you know what I mean? He owned, I believe, the Eagles catalog and
Rolling Stones and Beatles.
And the Beatles, yeah. I didn't even know he owned the Rolling Stones.
A little
Thank
bit.
you, Big B, for not giving him no pub on the video. But
We're gonna try to blur that out.
yeah, you know what I mean. So it seems like that's a common thread. Even like with Prince, just to unpack it with Prince for a little bit. When he passed, they wanted to try to make it seem like Prince was
A drug
addict, and it's like we've
crazy.
never now. You heard of the vanities and people around Prince passing, or having at least a history. With drugs, but you never heard about that kind of thing with Prince himself. And he never gave you a reason to believe that about him either. But he passes, and now all of a sudden he
gave you a reason to believe
addiction.
it, but I don't believe he did it.
I don't believe. I just think Prince was just a different type of dude, man.
To me, it seemed like Prince's music surrounded that environment. Like it was around drug usage and partying and having a good time. But I don't think he actually did any of that
I don't think he indulged
which is
in it.
weird to me. So, I don't know. But he's not here to justify it now anyway.
Absolutely. But that's the common trend, though. Same thing with, to bring it back to modern times, you had Chris Brown just had that shenanigan in Paris not too long ago. The girl was trying to say he raped her. And that was shortly after he announced he was going to own all of his masters. So it's like a commonality, okay? Whenever black men started getting a little too powerful, they got to knock us down a peg or two.
And Kanye's in the fight to get his right now. So.
Yeah.
And what are they doing to Kanye?
Well, what's Kanye doing to himself?
Right, because he signed that contract at the end of the day.
And he allianced himself with the people that he allianced himself with as of recent.
So, strange bedfellows, you got to know what you're doing. But
I digress. You were saying, Tim?
Back to Leaving Neverland. I chose not to watch it. Mike has been somebody I've idolized, not worshipped, but idolized. He's always been somebody whose music I've loved and adored. Even if I don't go and listen to his music every single day, there is days where I'll just cut some. It rains and I cut Stranger in Moscow on. Like that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? The rain puts me in that mood. But I wasn't gonna give this none of my time. And I was talking to one of my homies and he was like, well, for journalistic integrity, you need to do this, my homie Jay. And I was like, dog, I'm not giving that shit.
I thought about that too.
Yeah,
I was like, maybe I should watch
it
for the sake of the show. But then I said, fuck that.
Yeah. And my honest reaction to him saying that, I said, well, I got two co-hosts. Maybe one of them will watch it and they can tell me. And maybe that'll swing me to either check it out or not. But I was just like, I was like, B probably not going to watch that. I'm like, he's a big Michael Jackson fan too. So I'm like, I wasn't expecting you to check that out.
And then I saw like the little, I guess it was like an interview they did with Brandy Jackson, which is Jackie's daughter. And she dated this dude that's accusing Mike of molestation.
Really?
Like dated him while, he was coming to the house and everything. And he was like, yeah, he's lying. You know what I'm saying? We dated. He wasn't around Mike like that. Well, he was, but not to the extent that he's talking about. You know what I mean? So he's just, it's all a money grab. And, and it's ridiculous how people would just feed into it and believe it, because that's all they have. They just have a one-sided story for this. They don't have multiple accounts.
Right.
I think it's only two people that they're talking to.
It is, right, and it's the two accusers. And that was my biggest gripe with it. I'm like, yo, why should I even get this any of my time when they didn't do their due diligence as producers of this documentary okay, I know you can't reach out to Mike, but, you could have got some associates, some family members. Mike employed a lot of people. He had security. I mean, granted, when the doors are closed, the doors are closed. I get that part. But, you had people around that could have been like, well, yeah, we saw Mike go in the room. You know what I'm saying?
All that tells me is they just had an agenda to tell this one story. So,
and for that reason,
even with the R. Kelly shit, like they at least had his brothers on. His brother was in jail, and they got an interview with him. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So that was enough for me to say, nah, I'm good. I ain't checking this out. So
even though R. Kelly's trash,
But when I heard about the Jackson Estate was suing HBO and the executive producers of this documentary, I said, yeah, good, my man's
get all that money back.
And I think they said for about $100 million. So, but what do you think? Yeah, what do you think though about Oprah saying she was canceling Mike. Like she wasn't gonna support any of his music no more, and you know.
I never actually heard what people were mad at Oprah about.
Mm-hmm. Well, what happened was, now I don't know if you can speak to it if you saw it or not, but I heard afterwards she did an interview with both of the guys. And while, you know, when that interview was wrapping up, she basically said, okay, based upon what y'all are telling me, I can't support Michael Jackson anymore.
Okay, so, but you can sit here and have a kiss on the cheek with Harvey Weinstein.
I did see that.
So you know, you ain't Gail kicking the bobos with this guy.
I mean, which a lot of people were kicking the bobos with Harvey, you know, while all of this was going on.
Allegedly, she knew about the shit. Like,
so we're gonna take down these black men, but we're not gonna go after the Kevin Spaceys. We're not gonna go after Harvey Weinstein. We're not gonna go after the Woody Allens, who married his adoptive daughter, and now that's his wife. That's some sick shit. Come on, so we're just gonna let's keep bringing out our black community, and Oprah is supposed to be, you know, sisterhood of the community.
Right.
If Oprah says don't eat white bread, we as black folks want to eat white bread.
Yeah. You looking for alternatives?
Come on, man. So
going to Subway, getting the whole wheat, 9 grain.
Yes, Oprah said put cucumbers on those. Right. No, come on, she's full of shit. You know, I've been saying Oprah was full of shit a long time ago when she didn't stay here in Chicago, who helped her on when she looked like a piece of shit. So, no. Oprah
what was her name in Color Purple? Just looked like her, pretty much. Told Harpo to beat me.
Man.
Looking ass.
What was her name? Miss Sophia?
Miss Sophia. Stole off the white woman and got her ass locked up.
You know? But Mike did have one defender, and it was former child star Corey Feldman. You know what I mean? Well, not one defender, but a number of people came out.
Macaulay Culkin said never got touched.
Yeah. And that's what Corey Feldman said. You know what I mean? He released a statement about it. He said Michael never tried to touch him, and he said Mike he was a man child. You know what I'm saying? More than anything.
And that's odd and weird. Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? It's still like if it was happening, people would know. Yeah, I think at least the parents would.
And you got that about Mike. Mike didn't have a childhood, so you know he had to grow up fast. You know, given
to me that's not an excuse. I understand why people say it, but to me that's not an excuse. Like a lot of kids grow up fast and don't have childhoods and gotta do some adult things at a young age.
Right.
And that's everybody don't have the same walk of life, but Mike is odd, sure enough, but I don't think he was touching no kids.
Yeah, no, I don't think he got to that lengths at all. At all.
I even heard as much as that he had like a warning sensor that would alert him when people came close to the room. Supposedly, this was to alert him when if he had kids in there that somebody was coming in. I don't know if I believe that, if it was there, but all types of shit is just coming out of the woodwork now. It's just crazy.
Mike just got access to super high tech shit,
Me personally, I don't think Mike is dead, but
Yeah, that theory with that guy you told us about a couple weeks ago. Yeah, that was very interesting to say the least.
Mike got his ass lit up in that Pepsi commercial and he sat his ass down. We ain't seen him since. That's what it is.
Oh man.
All right. So there you have it, man. That's Leaving Neverland talk real quick. I was gonna do the box office results first, but we got into that. So let me do the box office shit real quick. Coming in at number 1 is How to Train Your Dragon: The Middle World with 30 million. Number 2 is Tyler Perry's A Medea Family Funeral with 27 million. Number 3 is Alita: Battle Angel with 7.2. Number 4 is The Lego Movie 2, the second part, with 6.6. Number 5 is Fighting With My Family with 4.6. Number 6 is Green Book, still going strong with 4.5 million. Number 7, Isn't It Romantic with 4.5. Number 8 is Greta with 4.4. Number 9 is What Men Want with 2.7. And number 10 is Happy Death Day to You with 2.4.
Medea's number 2, wow.
Yeah.
Y'all still trying to see that shit.
I guess they was excited. It's been a while since they got a Medea movie.
I probably shouldn't talk shit. He cut me a check, so.
Yeah, that's true. Might have to go back down to Tyler Perry Studios.
Hey, y'all keep supporting that Medea, all right, y'all?
You know, so yeah, man, there you have it. Let me see. Let me get into some more stuff, man. Let's get into some more controversial stuff. Jussie Smollett news, all right? 50 workers were fired, apparently, from the hospital for attempting to leak the former Empire's hospital records. The former Empire Star, hospital records to TMZ. So they was trying to catch a bag, you know, and was trying to leak his information from when the apparent attack took place. And the hospital got wind of that, and they said, "Nah, we ain't for that." You know, so they let go of
50 people. How many?
50 people.
Fuck? That's a few people per shift.
Yeah. So basically,
couple
everybody from those shifts was trying to find out his information to try to verify if it was, you know, falsified or whatever, to try to see if what he put out there, you know what I mean, and see if they can get any money out of it.
Y'all don't get y'all investigative ass about it.
Now he was at Northwestern, I believe, wasn't he?
Was he?
I think he was at Northwestern, and them they getting to the money up there. So
now they gotta go flip some burgers because they wanted to get nosy.
Yeah, y'all gonna be on Indeed. So trying to get, you ain't gonna be able to put Northwestern on there, buddy. All right, keeping it Jussie though, he was indicted on 16 felony counts by a grand jury.
How y'all feel about that?
I mean, you're an Empire fan, so
are you?
No, the hell I'm not.
You used to watch Empire.
I watched that first season, like everybody else, and then after that, it got a little bit too much. I feel, in my opinion, it's you know, you don't need to go through all that just to keep your stardom fame going and everything like that. I believe that right now, from what they're saying, is a lot more to it. He might be telling the truth. You know, from the last couple of results that they've been saying about it. But you're going to indict him for that when you got a judge out here that's actually been lying and sending more black teens to prison and was giving money for that. You know, they were paying this judge underneath the table to make sure we keep the jails filled with black teens. To me, it's all the same. If he's lying about that, then shame on him, because he had all of the black community, all the LGBT community ready to whoop these people head.
I think that's why he did that, though.
To gain more popularity?
Yeah, I mean, he knows that the black community is gaining a lot of momentum, as well as the LGBT community, Q community. They're gaining a lot of momentum, and people are listening to what they have to say. And if he can get both of these groups behind him in a matter of, I've been discriminated against, and it's because of these two reasons, I just won.
But he's dumb as hell.
Yeah.
Who pays with a check? And why y'all going to buy?
Well, I mean, to me it was smart, because he didn't address the check to him as like, hey, this is to beat my ass. Like, he just gave him $3,500, and he had a story to back it up. Like, hey, these two dudes are training me for a music video and a meal plan and eating regimen. This is what this money is for. So to me, it seems like he had that thought out. He trying to cover his tracks, but I just don't think he had to go that far.
No, he didn't.
Mr. Smollett.
Yeah, so do we feel like, you know, he got some potential jail time coming? Like they're going to sit him down for a little bit, or?
I don't think he got jail time coming, but he's probably done as far as, you know, big time movies and TV shows. You probably won't see him in nothing no time soon. And he'll probably get like a hefty probation, community service.
Remember how, he about to get blackballed.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he not going to even be in a low-budget movie on Hulu.
If we find out that he actually did lie.
Yeah. Even with that, though, you still might see him in a couple of low-budget joints, like, you know.
Yeah, if he produce them.
Yeah.
He's going to be on the Urban Movie channel on Amazon Prime TV.
Now, them TV1 movies.
You want to see him on a Lifetime movie?
Yeah, you know, they always need looking for a name.
Jodeci biopic?
Yeah, Mr. Dalvin.
Yeah. Just in the background with sunglasses and
yeah,
shit.
you know. He too juicy for the Devontae role. So you can't give him Devontae. You can give Mr. Dalvin though. All right, man. Let's see what else we got here. Captain Marvel hits the big screen. Plus, a Marvel executive says the world is ready for a gay superhero in the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Are we? How do you know? You talked to me yet? No. I'm not ready.
I guess they with this movie, and they dropped that, systematically. I didn't even realize that yesterday was what was it called?
International Women's Day.
Okay, International Women's Day. So they released it on International Women's Day, and the way the movie was, it was kind of like, it was all about empowering a female and showing a female in power. And being capable of taking charge of a situation and seeing it all the way through. Yeah, I went to go see it yesterday after work, and it was cool. I thought it should have been better, just specifically because of what's been put out there as far as news, fan news, and rumors for what Captain Marvel is supposed to be doing in the next Avengers movie in Endgame. And for that, I don't think the build-up they gave her, leading up to the release of Captain Marvel justified it. You know what I'm saying?
Was this just like an introduction to her?
Yeah, it was an origin story. Kind of was an origin story for Nick Fury as well, because he's in there. If I had to liken it to something, I listened to this review, these black guys that do movie reviews, and I think they hit it spot on when they said that Captain Marvel is kind of in the same vein of that first Thor movie, where it's not great, it's not perfect, it's just kind of like, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? The Thor movies got progressively better as you went on, with 2 and then Thor Ragnarok. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I'm knowing, okay, next Captain Marvel movie would be much better than this one was. But for an origin story, I think it hit its point. And the funny thing to it as well, I felt like, all right, this is how Green Lantern should have been. I was just sitting there thinking that the entire time, because the story kind of lends, a likeness to the Hal Jordan origin story, if you will, with Green Lantern. So I was just sitting there like, all right, Jude Law should be somebody they should be looking at as Hal Jordan because he's in the film. But outside of that, they line some things up. They give you some Easter eggs that's kind of throwbacks to the other Avengers and Marvel movies, that have come out. You know what I mean? And it sets up for what's going to happen in Endgame. It's like, oh, okay, that's how he ended up with that or this. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's that kind of thing going on in there. But it wasn't a long ass movie neither. It was 2 hours and 2 hours and 5 minutes. 2 end credit scenes.
That's not long.
Considering Infinity War was damn near 3 hours, and
I could watch Infinity Wars again.
Not saying it wasn't a good movie, but it was
alright. Infinity Wars was, to me, I love Black Panther, but
Black Panther was pretty long too.
Pretty long, but Infinity Wars, he got right to what he was needing to get to. He was ready to get what he'd been waiting on since the beginning.
Yeah, I had a gripe with Infinity War. I just felt like it could have been better
than what it was already.
Yeah, I don't think it was that great.
Thanos was probably like one of the most gangsterest villains I done seen.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it was. It was like, we just following Thanos going around kicking ass on everybody. Mm-hmm. And I think it could have been more than that.
As far as...
I understand what it is. Like, that's what's in the comics. But I feel like cinematically it could have...
See...
It just could have been better.
Okay.
But I liked it. I didn't say it was bad. I just thought it could have been better.
So what's one thing then you would have did differently with Infinity War, just to have made it better?
It's hard to pinpoint one thing, but one thing that I will say, it felt like drawn out. Like it felt like it took forever to get to that ending point to where everybody just disappeared.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that could have came sooner, and there could have been more to that. But then I understand they also have other movies that they have to incorporate into that, like Ant-Man.
Right.
Which is why we saw, him go into the quantum realm, and now we got to figure out how that's going to...
Right, how he gets out of there.
So I get it, you know what I'm saying? But just from, like, that single movie standpoint, it was just drawn out. And it didn't have to be.
I hear you. But it is funny.
I did like that. He came right in kicking ass. Like, Loki, Joel, pop.
And that was my gripe with that X-Men Apocalypse movie, because Apocalypse should have been like Thanos. Like, he's supposed to be a no BS, like, I'm coming, I'm wrecking shit. Yeah, you're not going to end me in one movie. But they trashed him.
And there are a few characters that should have been there that aren't going to be there that I wanted to see. One being Adam Warlock, Silver Surfer.
Yeah.
And Hulk Hulk didn't change in Infinity War, did he?
He came out for that split second, and then Thanos beat him back in the booth.
This shit.
He treated him like...
And Hulk said, I ain't want no parts of that.
Like, you know what, I'm going to go get in this and then Hulk buster.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
But, it is funny to say a 2-hour movie ain't long, but that was a good thing about it, too. It kind of gets right to it, you know what I'm saying? And it kind of goes in flashbacks.
Yeah.
But
when I think about a long movie, I'm thinking Jackson 5 movie. That's one of the longest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, it ain't long.
A couple days to watch that.
Yeah, not at all. It ain't nothing like that. But it got right to it, and it left you wanting a little bit more, and that's what it was for me. I'm thinking about Winter Soldier while I'm in there. I'm thinking about Age of Ultron. I'm thinking of Infinity War. Black Panther even, and I was just kind of like, this could have been a little bit better, especially because I'm knowing, all right, she's supposed to be the one that's going to take Thanos down. So it's like you get a display of her power in the movie, you know what I mean? And it's like, all right, she formidable, but this ain't telling me, like, definitively, like, yeah, she going to be the one to, stop Thanos.
Well, clearly we know Doctor Strange is going to be the one to, like, orchestrate it, because he saw the one possibility to beat him, so.
But to unpack that a little bit further, though, this Marvel exec saying the world's ready for a gay superhero, more specifically in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So does this lead us to believe they're going to make one of their existing characters, have an alternative lifestyle, or maybe debut a new character that's just,
They will wait till Stan Lee dies.
Of course, Stan Lee wouldn't have none of that shit.
Right, come on, man. Come on, they will wait till this man dies.
Oh, he's gone. We can do what the fuck we want now.
Like, hold on. He was the reason why we put, Professor X and Magneto against each other.
Yeah, we're no longer catering to kids now. We're catering to everybody.
Yeah. And the Stan cameo, kind of grabs you like, But it's coming. It comes, man. And they have a nice little tribute to him. So
I almost don't want to see it. Yeah. I might tear up.
It definitely might make you tear up. But
who you think? Who did you have in mind if they were gonna, like, change an existing character?
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they make Captain Marvel. Yeah.
I was thinking Deadpool.
And the only I don't want to give it away because once you watch the movie, then okay, it makes sense why it would be her.
She has like a kind of a
But they said that she didn't want any men on the set. That if we was going to catch anything, it was going to be a whole. Let's have an all-woman cast and just keep just the regular people that was in the movie. Like, this is all from what was.
Isn't Wonder Woman lesbian? Like, they don't deal with men at all, right?
The Amazonians or something like that. Yeah, they supposed to, but Wonder Woman, it'd be crazy to talk about these fantasy characters in this light, but she's dealt with Batman and Superman, so.
Joe?
Oh,
I'm not saying that.
So yeah,
promiscuous girl.
If you're an alpha male, you got a chance with Wonder Woman. But them saying that, name dropping that at the same time as this movie coming out, I was like, yeah, they're gonna make her the first lesbian superhero.
Who is she linked with? Usually characters are linked with another group of characters. Mm-hmm. I need to see who she's affiliated with.
Yeah. But to unpack it, why I say her, it would be telling you the movie, and I don't want to do that. So, you know what I mean? I would just say try to catch it on the Fire Stick or the $5 for Tuesday, and check it out. You know what I'm saying? But it's worth seeing it at the movie, though. But that's who my money would be on. You know, you can't mess around. If they did Deadpool, that would be hilarious, though.
I was talking to somebody on Facebook the other day, and they were telling me, like, Deadpool is already, like, I forgot what. Well, actually, I read it. They said he's pansexual, damn near. So, I don't know.
And they've painted him, you know, with this. He always got these pictures of, like, him and Hugh Jackman and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So always going on in the movie. So, I wouldn't be surprised if they did, you know, go that route. But to that would be kind of comedic, though. I don't know if they would make fun of it. But the way she was in that movie, though, it was kind of like
It was like China.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, this is why they're saying that.
Oh, man.
All right. Let me see. What else we got here, man? YouTube original show Cobra Kai releases the trailer for its second season.
Cobra Kai. I didn't even watch the first one, so I can't speak to this at all.
I'd watched the first season. I didn't see the trailer just yet. The first season is very nostalgic. It brings you back to the first couple of films. You see a lot of retro stuff from the original film, more specifically, because Karate Kid 2 was like set in Japan or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. But you have a lot of that returning basically from that first movie. And it was cool. It didn't have like no huge budget or no shit like that. It was just kind of like, we're going to see if this work or not. You know, I think Will Smith's production company is behind this Cobra Kai series too. So, yeah, I haven't seen the trailer yet, so I can't talk about the trailer just yet. But I know my man came back from the first movie, the first sensei of Cobra Kai. So I'm expecting him to play a bigger role in the new season. Does it say a release date yet?
I didn't see it, but
okay.
I think it's sometime soon.
Okay.
Maybe early summer.
Yeah, because I think it came out a couple years, 2 years ago, I think now, like around the spring, summer. So, yeah. Check that out if y'all haven't already.
No, we talked about it early on in the show, so that had to have been like last summer.
Well, yeah, we started last summer, so yeah. Well, May. We started May, so.
Yeah, so that had to have been around June, July.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Suicide Squad now also has this new Deadshot, but will feature DC comic villains King Shark, Peacemaker, Polka Dot Man, and Ratcatcher. Christopher Smith, a.k.a. Peacemaker, is so dedicated to the idea of peace, he's willing to kill for it.
This shit gonna be so trash.
I have never heard of any of these villains. Our boy Idris Elba is the new Deadshot.
I wonder if he's gonna use his British accent. Or they gonna make him Jamaican or some shit.
Yeah, I hope not. It would be. I wouldn't mind it though. Go ahead and do the British accent with it. I mean, he getting his chops ready in this next Hobbs and Shaw movie, being superhuman and shit. Yeah. So
but King Shark is in the Arrowverse TV show. He was actually on the last episode of Flash.
Okay.
So yeah, he's like a shark man. Yes, you could say. Not somebody that I would be wanting to see on screen, you know, but. I guess it'll work for somebody.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess you can't really, get much better than what you had. Like the what was it? Alligator Man, Crocodile Man, Killer Croc.
Killer Croc.
Yeah, man, he was trash too. And did you know that was my man from Get Rich or Die Trying?
Adebisi? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I knew that. I was mad at the casting. He could have played the voice to me, but I always felt like Killer Croc should have been CG. because of how big he was on the animated series.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, yeah, you can't have him go from being like 12 foot tall to just average height.
Right. Living in a fucking sewer watching
Yeah.
BET and shit. Crazy.
So, I always thought it was trash for
Love to
that.
get you killed.
But Peacemaker though, that's an interesting name. And
I know.
catcher.
Yeah, the only one that I know is King Shark. I don't know the other three. So.
Yeah, I to be honest, even from the original Suicide Squad movie, I didn't know many of them. I knew Boomerang Man, I think, Joker, and Harley, basically. The rest of them, and Deadshot, I knew him, but I didn't know who the rest of them other motherfuckers were.
I knew Deadshot, Killer Croc, and I didn't know my man with the fire. I didn't know who the hell that was. I'm like, still don't know who that is. I don't know his name at all. And
I thought that was my man. When they don't cast Michael Pena, they cast him because he kind of favors them. Like they couldn't afford Michael Pena, so they go and grab him.
Man.
All right, let's move on. In the Dark, a new series on the CW, executive produced by Ben Stiller, is premiering on April 4th.
My boy. The show is, I think it's about a woman who's blind, and I don't know if she has superpowers or not. I don't know if this is a DC show or not, but I know she's blind, and it almost looks like I don't know if you watch CW, but Charmed. Mm-hmm. It kind of reminds me of that.
That's Nikki show.
What?
You watch Charmed.
You're right, it was Felicity.
Whatever.
All right, well, it's probably a mix between Charmed and Felicity.
So right up your alley is what is the point.
I didn't watch Charm. No.
Actually, to make a better analogy, it's probably a blind Jessica Jones.
Okay, now I can get with that then, because Jessica Jones was good.
I don't know if she kick ass or not, but.
Because if she does kick ass, then that kind of puts her in the Daredevil space
Right,
too.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So she'll be a female version of Daredevil. All right, I guess we gotta wait and see about that. What you think about that, Miss Nikki? There's something you'll check out?
No.
You don't watch CW?
No.
Why not?
I think they took all the black people off.
I was just about to say, not enough black people.
All the black people are gone.
They got black people on CW. You got Black Lightning. You got All American.
Is Jill Scott still on there?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Tay Diggs is on All American.
If you finished the first season, you would know what happened with Jill
Scott.
Scott.
You watched with Jill Scott. Anything that got something to do with that Jill. You know?
Jilly from Philly.
Jill Scott.
Right.
Jill Scott.
Talk about Trey Songz. So he made for.
Yeah, okay. All right.
You got Tay Diggs on CW now, so, you know.
There you go. Take a swig. What's wrong with Tay Diggs?
Got a little chocolate on there, you know.
He's token.
He's not token.
He is. He definitely is.
You ain't supposed to agree with me.
Hey, come on, man.
He's about as token as they come. So.
Yeah, like, no, he is a token.
Next to Derek Luke.
Oh, see? And he was my boy, Booby. Booby was my guy.
Yeah, Booby is now the counselor at the high school where the girl got killed.
Now, that 13 Reasons Why, probably one of the dopest shows.
I haven't watched it yet.
Woo.
It was good. I liked it.
Yeah, man.
There's 2 seasons of it now, right?
Oh, man, I binge watched that.
Maybe I'll check that out.
I got through that real quick.
I just finished Narco, so
I don't know how I feel about them showing that on screen and then kids watching it and thinking that's I'm going through the same shit. This is a way out for me. I think it kind of presents that to them like that.
Right.
And I don't know if I want to stand behind that. But as an adult, I like it. It's a good show.
Yeah.
But it ain't nothing you would put out there for kids. I hear that.
You have to be like, if you're a good parent, be right there and explain to your child exactly what's going on with that type of situation.
Yeah.
But, you know, Netflix is acting like, hey, we have no filter. Let's go out here and give them exactly what we want. And it's explaining to us what we need. Like, you know, she's got to have it. Coming back. You know, all the women that's going to be in the house that have one weekend because I'm here right there with them. Like, she got it.
Oh, man.
Insecure be back and we're right there with it again. So
I still got to get through that second season. I ain't finished. Or Atlanta, for that matter.
Oh man,
you tripping? You tripping?
you definitely got.
Because after they ruined the last episode of Power for me, everything that I was watching at that time, I just stopped.
I tried not to ruin it though, man. It just slipped out.
So I didn't get.
Or was it on P? I don't remember. I don't think it was on.
Whoever it was, I didn't finish that last episode. I didn't finish Insecure. I didn't finish Atlanta. I didn't even start the second season of Snowfall.
Oh no!
But see, Atlanta was that season was it didn't really follow like a storyline or a theme. Like legit, all of those episodes was just kind of like their own thing. It was on some Seinfeld shit.
Yeah, that's how the first one was almost.
I felt that the first one had a little bit more of a storyline though too.
It had a little more structure.
What are you talking about? Like,
Atlanta
hit on so many good topics in the second season and got more in depth about Paperboy. Because remember, Paperboy didn't want to be a celebrity.
Yeah.
And just like how Kyrie Irving is acting right now. He doesn't want to be a celebrity or whatever. He just want to play ball. So now you see him trying to go out here and, do his thing. And he coming into some play like, man, the identity crisis, the racist situations, women taking their money, all this kind of stuff. So I look at it as like, hey, this is gonna be awesome. And the same thing like Snowfall.
That dude is a good ass actor.
I still ain't got into Snowfall yet. I've heard a lot of great stuff about it. I just haven't had a chance to go and get into it.
I need to just catch up on the last couple episodes, but Snowfall was awesome. If you love like, back in the 80s, 90s, gangster and lowriders and drug dealing coming up from there, you gonna love this type of thing because you're like, man, I want this man to win so bad.
Yeah.
So.
Because I think that's honestly what this next season of Narcos is going to get into, that era of the drug game, like the cocaine cowboys and all that kind of stuff. So I think it picks up like basically where Snowfall is like based as far as that storyline. So, I mean, it could. And then that's the same thing with if you watch the Ozarks, like how...
Gotta finish that too.
Yeah, see, I'm with you on that one.
No, y'all bugging. That season was great.
I heard the second season, the mother is the gangster. She came out, being a gangster.
Mama stepped up.
Because she was a wimp.
Yeah.
I was like, kill her too.
Mama stepped up. I ain't gonna say nothing else.
Kill her.
Man.
Just, Mama stepped up big time.
I need her to get her thing together. But
Marty was kind of bugging this season. Mama got in there like, hey.
Man, she's like, hold on. That's what I heard too. But it's, it's a lot of good things that Netflix is doing right now that I like pretty much. All right, let's get into a little sad stuff real quick, man. Longtime Jeopardy host Alex Trebek has been diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer.
Yeah, man. Alex Trebek and Pat Sajak, those are my guys, man. I grew up to those dudes, man.
Yeah.
All the other kids was watching cartoons and bullshit. I was watching Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. Learning shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Me and my grandfather sit down every 6:30 every day, watch Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm praying for him, hoping he could beat this. The survival percentage is pretty low. But, he lived a great life, had a great career, and definitely appreciative of it, and I'm still praying for him.
Yeah. He say he in for the long haul as far as he gonna try to fight this to the best of his ability. So, like you said, prayers for him, man. I was never huge on Jeopardy. I would catch it every now and again. Wheel of Fortune was my joint. I used to watch that with my grandma. Still check it out every now and again. Yeah. But
how good are you at guessing the puzzle?
You know what? Sometimes it be good, but I be on there watching and I'll be like, man, I'll be one of these people that's the same type, just you can solve from what's up there, but you still trying to get some money, just rolling, just until that motherfucker hit bankrupt. Then you sitting there like, damn.
One thing that my grandfather told me, and I didn't realize it until I saw it, is Pat Sajak controls the wheel with his foot. He has like a brake on there where he can slow it down. Yeah. He slows that shit with his foot. So if he wants your ass bankrupt, your ass is bankrupt.
Hey, he getting too much money. Bow.
We'll give you this fucking Kia Sportage. Here, take that.
Right, take that. All right, man. So, Alex, we pulling for you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, let's move into Miss Bryant's favorite actor right here, Sylvester Stallone.
Oh my God, that's the worst facelift ever.
MGM is developing a superhero drama called Samaritan, which Stallone is going to star in and produce through his production company, Balboa Productions. The story centers on a young boy who believes he has found a superhero who went missing after a massive battle 20 years ago. One would assume that Stallone is the missing hero in question.
Why don't you go sit the fuck down?
Man, he couldn't even really talk in Creed.
You couldn't talk in Rocky.
I mean, in Rocky, you know.
Adrian! Get shit out of here, man.
Just like, man, you know. No.
You ain't rocking?
No.
You're not rocking with Samaritan?
No.
What was the, what's that, Expendables? I watched that. Mm-hmm. I liked Expendables because of everybody else that was in it. Mm-hmm. Not so much, Mr. Rocky himself.
Right.
I don't think he's a good actor. I think he's in significant shape, physical shape to be his age, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, if he's willing to put his body through, any of that bullshit, by all means, go for it. But I'm not trying to see it.
I hear that. I thought we were done with seeing Sly as the star of a movie.
Sly. You
know what I'm saying? Quite a while ago. I didn't think he would be carrying like a movie that's coming out in theaters anymore. Once I saw him in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 with their like nice little short cameo, brief cameo, I was like, okay, this is what Sly should be doing. Like, all right, you still do the Netflix joints? All right, cool, I get it. You still got to, try to check a bag. De Niro's still out here doing Netflix movies and Pacino, so, hey, why not Stallone? But
there's
a difference. It's a difference.
No, all the movies don't be.
I don't know about Pacino, but De Niro can still act.
What's the last movie they did together with 50 Cent? That shit was some hot garbage.
No, hell no. No.
That was garbage.
You talking about with Forrest Whitaker? That was
not with Forrest Whitaker. That was the three of them.
50 was a cop.
No, 50 was like a gangster or something like that. That's the one she talking about with Forrest Whitaker. That one was good. Yeah. I can't remember what this one was, but Pacino was the one that was like, they was partners, and Pacino was like the bad cop. Like, he was killing people and shit.
Oh, I didn't see that.
No.
I can't remember what the name of that shit was. I'll look it up once we get into the other
50 had a run in like 2013 where he put out like 6 or 7 movies. All the motherfuckers was good damn near.
That movie was good. The one with Forrest was good. But this one
where he was the football player with cancer, that shit, it was incredible. And people didn't like it.
Because he looked like a little baby alien by the head. He had to lose all that weight, like Jonah Hill had to. So.
Right, and then to know what he went through to lose that weight, I had even more respect for it. Yeah. Like they said, he was running to the set from his hotel, which was like 20, 30 miles away. And he was running there, running back to drop that weight.
Yeah, he dropped that weight crazy.
And picked it right back up.
Yep.
So it was a wrap.
Could have gave my man a Soul Train award or something, man.
And the movie.
He didn't get nothing for that shit.
Yeah, man. The movie where he was the cop, where I guess he was Dominican or some shit. He had the S-curl kid in this shit.
Yeah, that was good.
I liked it too. So like 50 had a couple.
The movie that he had with what's my man's name? Ryan Phillippe. That was good when they was all friends.
Ryan Phillippe.
Yeah, the one that was in Cruel Intentions.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember they was all friends and he turned on them and he took the money and they were like, you taking the money? So they had to try to track him down and try to kill him.
I don't think I saw that either.
But that movie was awesome. I mean, because think about it. Bruce Willis was in a movie with 50 Cent. So
yeah, he had movies with a lot of heavy hitters, or heavy hitters from the 90s, I should say.
Like, I don't like looking at Bruce Willis anymore, but he can still act.
Righteous Kill, that's what it was called.
Yeah,
with Pacino and De Niro.
I did see that. Yeah, man. Yeah, 50 had a couple decent movies.
Yeah,
man.
the one with Forrest was good. I like that one.
I still need to see Den of Thieves.
That one was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I checked that out not too long ago. The one with De Niro and Forrest is called Freelancers.
That was good.
That one was good when he threw the S curl in.
Yeah.
And that was what was gonna put him over the top as a Dominican.
Was he speaking
cop.
Spanish in that movie?
Hell no.
He still sounded the same. He had this S curl.
Just had the S curl in. Like, hey, y'all gonna get out of here with this shit,
You
man.
gonna get your Pepe looking ass.
All right, man. Let me see what else. Let me keep it Rocky for a second, man. Creed 2 deleted scenes shows an original Rocky character's death.
I ain't even watched Creed 2, so you can keep all that shit.
Oh, well, yeah. I haven't saw that deleted scene, but I saw it's another deleted scene with Drago's son in there, too, him and Adonis talking. This news, though, is referencing the Spider Jones or Spider something, whoever that guy is from the original Rocky movie. He also made an appearance in the last Rocky movie where Rocky boxed, I can't remember homeboy name. And then in Creed too, he was working in the Adrian's restaurant with Rocky. Mm-hmm. But that's who that death was. They were rumored that Rocky was gonna die in Creed 2 originally, but I guess they scratched that at the last minute.
They should have.
But I'm pretty sure if we get a Creed 3, Rocky gonna be that's gonna be it.
He gonna still keep going, like.
I mean, they got to do Clubber.
How old is Sly?
They got to do Clubber Lane.
Gotta be like
He's in the
75.
70s. He's in the 70s.
Ooh, his face look like 80.
Yeah, they got to do Clubber. Clubber got to have his little nephew come out the the woodwork now. They did the Drago story, so now you got to have Clubber come out.
Come out with a mohawk fade.
And then Tommy Gunn's son gonna come, and that's gonna be.
But I mean, but you ain't got a Tommy Gunn, so
yeah. Rest in peace. He gone.
But his son is a boxer, so you definitely have him in the movie.
Yeah, you could. I always said Creed 2 is gonna have a Drago movie spinoff. If they don't do a Creed 3, that'll be what they do. They do the Drago movie.
They can have all of their sons. You don't have to have their father in it.
Yeah.
I think that would be dope too.
All right. Let me see. Brian K. Vahan. I
think it was Vaughn, but somehow it got mixed up.
I don't know. I was at the crib working on this shit while I was typing it, and it still ain't came out right. Fuck. That's what happens when you start drinking. Is writing a live action movie suit Gundam movie.
Do Say Nice Part 2.
Yeah. So Gundam, famous, Japanimation.
Japanese animation.
There you go.
I never watched it.
Watch Gundam?
No. It's not.
All right.
It's not my thing.
I bet
Long-winded.
your ass seen Voltron though.
No.
You ain't never watched Voltron?
Probably back in the day.
I was finna say you lying if you ain't never said you ain't never watched Voltron.
Boy, this just got real stern here.
Who didn't watch Voltron?
Listen, everybody did.
I only been mentioned Voltron because I likened that to Gundam. I never watched Gundam myself, but I know it was pretty popular. I've seen video games of it before. I know they've been trying to get a Voltron movie off the ground as well for years, but don't see that's ever gonna happen. But Gundam fans, y'all got a movie on the way, so yeah. All right, let's go and finish up this entertainment shit, man. Shazam movie, it was screened, and reviews are coming in saying that the movie is pretty solid and are calling it another win for DC.
I think it looked like a piece of shit.
What was the first win for DC?
If we're gonna say they had a W, I'm thinking they're counting
Aquaman.
Wonder Woman, following Aquaman, because Aquaman has made $1 billion at the box office. A lot of people don't really care for it, man, but
Jason Momoa is bringing in that money.
yeah.
All the ladies come to see
and the
it.
guys too. I thought he was a good pick for Aquaman. If you're trying to make him cool and one of them guys.
It was a good rebrand.
Yeah.
I give him that.
Yeah. And I felt like he was one of the highlights of the Justice League movie. You know what I mean? So that's why I was just kind
Damn
of
sure
like,
it wasn't Flash.
yeah, no, Flash is trash.
Wow.
I hated that Flash in that damn movie. But
I got murder on my mind.
yeah, I read something not too long ago though that DC said they were gonna kind of scrap the whole extended universe where they're including everybody, and they're gonna kind of get back to this space where You know, they're just gonna focus solely on whatever that project is and not try to make it relate to whatever else is coming out. You know, whatever else is in the pipeline. So I think that kind of works for them because the Wonder Woman movie, they didn't really have that, like, you know, centered around putting Easter eggs in about this happening in Batman v Superman and all that kind of stuff. So I think that approach is probably going to work for them, at least for the immediate future of their next couple of films.
Wonder Woman 2 is due to release in December, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't even see the first one.
Oh shit!
Damn, December? They waiting all the way to December?
Because they want to see what the
They just finished shooting. If they
Oh,
have, so.
okay. I'm thinking they finished shooting a while ago, but if not, yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
think about it. You know that Avengers Endgame is going to...
Shit, that's next month though.
They're going to kill him. Like,
Well, no, isn't it? Yeah, that's next month.
Yes, it is.
But
Tickets
you
will be
got,
purchased.
but you got Endgame, and then you got Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
you just need to stay clear of that shit.
Right.
Then drop your shit.
I guess that's the safe play. I guess.
They're like this. No. I didn't even see Spider-Man, the newest spin-off of it, but I heard
Into the Spider-Verse or
No.
Homecoming.
both of them. Yeah, I didn't see those two.
Oh, you missing some
Yeah,
good.
this is probably the best Spider-Man we have
Really? You
had.
didn't like Toby?
I did like Toby.
I loved him, man.
I didn't like
Toby was good
the
for his
second.
time.
I didn't like the following one.
No, I mean, there was never a bad Spider-Man in my opinion.
I didn't like that dude.
I mean, we didn't
Andrew
like the
Garfield?
dude,
Yeah,
but it was never a bad Spider-Man movie, period.
Nice shit.
Which one?
Spider-Man 3 was shredded ass.
Which one was that?
The one with Sandman and Venom.
I don't know.
I felt like if they just went with Sandman, it would have been cool.
No, you had to bring Venom in there.
You didn't.
Who played
Venom
Venom?
should have got his own movie. My man from that 70s show.
And how was Venom now? How was that?
But Tom Hardy was good.
Venom?
Yeah.
Really good.
We went to go see that. Yeah.
It was really good. Mm-hmm. I mean, anything with Tom Hardy is good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he got an Al Capone movie coming out too. Unrelated to this, but
He does.
yeah.
Oh, he's
That movie was supposed to come out 2 years ago.
Really?
But you know,
They've
he,
been talking about that for the last 5 years.
Damn.
he puts out when he feel like it.
Yeah.
Like that one movie he put out, he was just sitting in the car, and he was just driving.
But to bring it back to Shazam, though, who is this dude? Like, I don't know who that guy is. They've cast as him, and I don't think Shazam is a big enough name to just draw people to the box office.
Right.
Like,
I think he was off of Saturday Night Live or something like that.
and you have there was a rumor. I don't even know if he's in this for real or not. Now, The Rock was supposed to be Black Adam, and as far as I know, they haven't shown Black Adam whatsoever.
I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, they got my man who I said should have been Lex Luthor. They got him being some type of villain in it. But outside of that, though, I don't know too much about it. It ain't grabbing my attention. But if they saying it's gonna be good, hey,
That's a Fire Stick exclusive.
yeah. If I was gonna go to the movie, that was definitely the $5 hit.
$5. Hey, you going to see that for real? Give me your ticket, bro.
Man,
All right, rounding on out the movie, the entertainment news, man. Child's Play reboot. That also has test screenings taking place right now, and the reviews are leading us to believe that this reboot is trash.
Ooh, how do you feel about that? I know the horror shit is your shit.
I mean, that's my bag. Now, the way it was said I watched this YouTube video about it earlier, and they said that the test screening, they don't even have whoever's going to actually be the Chucky voice. They don't even have that person doing the Chucky voice yet.
So why is it even being?
So whoever's doing the animatronics or whatever, however it's called, the person that's like controlling the robot, the dial, that's who's doing the voiceover in the test screenings. But they said even outside of that, the shit is garbage.
Why even do
why
it?
even do it like that? I think some movies just need to be left alone. Like you got the next one, what's that? Pet Sematary come out in a couple weeks.
That might be good though.
I'm not watching that shit. I'm not watching none of
You
that
didn't? Did you watch it?
shit. I'm not watching that shit.
KCMC.
I
know
am
what you're
scared
missing.
of clowns.
Oh,
You should know that. I'm not watching that shit.
I'm just saying it was a good movie.
No. First and foremost, I'm not watching nothing in my house.
It's open season on kids too in horror movies too.
See what I'm saying? I'm not.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm not
Kids for so long in horror movies. You never saw like Jason and none of them killing kids.
Yeah.
And these recent movies, yo, they not playing with the kids. Like when Mike snapped that little boy neck, I was like, yo.
What is this?
In the new Halloween.
Oh man, see, you up here telling the movie story.
Hey, that nigga snapped the shit out of homeboy neck, man. He grabbed him, and Mike had him like this with the stern.
I'm not.
And he said, "Prick," and I was like, "Oh!"
First of all, I'm not
watching the shit out of my man.
I'm not watching anything that is gonna make me scared in my house. And I hear some shit. Who gonna save me? I'm like, no, nigga, that's gonna have to come get this motherfucker. Nicky's dead.
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, it's killer season on the kids now, bro.
You know what?
Like,
It should have been. You know why? Because these kids get away with a lot of shit. Think about it. They supposed to be sitting there babysitting, and they supposed to have their little ass to bed by.
But see, I ain't talking about like the teenagers. I'm talking about kids.
That's what I'm saying.
The little boy was no more than 12, and that he snapped his neck. Like I'm telling you, you see the part. He snapped his neck. Then Pennywise bite the shit off of little Georgie.
Oh man!
And you see it. I'm feeling bad for Georgie. I'm like, yo, why they do my man like that?
Oh man!
See, even the first It. I mean, the book was awesome.
But see, they never showed Pennywise killing in the first movies. It just insinuated, okay, yeah.
This motherfucker, he was killing people.
He killed him, yeah. But yeah, in this one, yeah, killed the shit out of Georgie.
See, I ain't watching that. The hell no.
You want to know what's crazy? I had wrote a script in school about it's a horror flick. And it's a dude, he's like deranged and shit. He's living in a mental institution. He breaks out. His sister works at a school, and he's like trying to get back at his sister. So he goes into school, knocking off kids. So I had to scratch that script because I didn't think it wouldn't be accepted to have kids being killed that way, like just getting taken in the basement.
Yeah,
toss them to the side.
Like even with Freddy.
But now I see that it's accepted, so I might revamp this script.
You can totally, because right now it's open season on these kids. Like the next, if they ever do Halloween, they didn't ever do another nightmare, you're 1,000% gonna see Freddy like killing a 7-year-old. Yeah.
All in their dreams.
Not even in the dreams. I always said if they were gonna revisit that, you need to do him as the Springwood slasher and go from there. Like, so you're gonna actually see him as a molester. I thought that would be. I don't know. On some Seven type shit.
You know what? That's crazy because you're hearing all of this R. Kelly shit and they're
not gonna do that to Freddy. They're not gonna let that white man go out.
I get it.
They gonna let that white man.
But you're hearing all this R. Kelly shit, and then I heard something about I think it was in Idaho that they're trying to pass a law where adults can marry children without consent and shit.
You know what?
I think they might be opening up the floodgates to make movies to where you can openly molest children and kill them and shit. So
I'm telling you, man. Like in the next 5 years, that shit is gonna be commonplace, cause it's starting to happen now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Cause I saw that, like I was like, oh, okay, kid gonna get away. Typical, horror movie shit.
Cause that's all movies really do is they condition you to see shit that's gonna happen.
And that's what's going on. So I was just kind of like, yo, it's gonna be plenty of kids getting a machete in the next Friday the 13th.
Well, I shouldn't say gonna happen. That could happen. So like, if you see this in a movie and you see it in real life, you're like, oh well, I saw it in a movie. So
yeah. All that to say, yeah, with this Child's Play, we might see a little bit even more of that. Like they did say that was the only like highlight of it was like the deaths. It was gory. But outside of that, though, they said the movie
I was traumatized by Tales in the Hood when the little nigglets jumped off the picture and started eating my man's face and shit. And I'm like, oh, damn. Grandma sitting in a rocking chair watching the little nigglets.
Boy, I used to be so happy my grandma ain't had no shit like that in the crib.
Oh, my God.
Be like, man.
I saw the motherfuckers missing off the picture. I was terrified. I thought they was actually going to be running around and shit.
Yeah.
But you know what? The most traumatizing thing that a parent can do to a kid.
What?
Carry your ass down there and go give me a blanket after watching that. Like this. You know what, Mama? You don't give a fuck about me dying, do you? It's pitch black in the house. She's like, go in the kitchen and give me a pop. Bitch, get your own pop. Like, oh, no.
Send me into the boiler room. See what you old, Mama.
See the kid on the back of the door. That's just through his chest.
Just parents having fun.
Man.
They know that shit ain't shit. They doing that on purpose. Like, yeah, watch this.
I'll never forget. I ran down the stairs so fast. I must have flipped and fell. And she like, "You okay?" I said, "I know you did this on purpose. Trying to kill me, bitch." Like, no.
Oh man, but
That's crazy.
there you have it though, man. We finally got through entertainment news, man. It was a lot.
Yeah.
All right, what you want to do next, man? You want to get into this music, or we want to do this sports first?
Music is light. Let's break that up.
All right, Miss B. Let's see what's going on in the music world.
21 Savage, I
21,
really
21,
like.
21,
I really
21.
I really like what he got going on right now. Even though that they try to, break that young man down. He's now with his new campaign for financial literacy with the young youth. He's providing 150 more jobs for that at-risk youth. So I think that's a good thing that he has displaying. So that's what I like. I like that a lot. So.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of 21's music, but
What?
if he's gonna, be doing all this positive shit, I'm behind it 100%.
Exactly. And that's what I really like that about what he has going on at the moment.
Thoughts of 21?
I like it, man. I think whatever he can do right now to help his image, while he got this ongoing, case where they trying to get him the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? The more the merrier. And on top of that, making sure that the kids got jobs. That's something that the cities and the states they used to do. They used to have the little summer programs and shit where the kids could go and work and have like something to do where they wouldn't just be out in the street. You know what I mean? So this gives them at least 150 kids down there in Atlanta something to do over the course of the summer where they can potentially be out of harm and no foul play could take place with them. So salute to him definitely for that. I ain't the biggest 21 fan, you know what I'm saying, but I did like the progression on his latest album versus the first album. The first album was very not stagnant. I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. He's very monotone on that first album.
Very young nigga-esque.
Yeah. And it's just kind of like, yeah, I got it, whatever. Money, 21. And, it was cool. But, yeah, man, salute to 21 definitely for looking out for the youth, for sure. I can't say nothing more, positive about that. That's some good stuff.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So what about this 12-year-old rapper? Because the rest of these people who new singles is, not gonna lie, I don't listen to them.
Yeah, you can just read that shit off. We got Freddie Gibbs and Mad Libs, Bandana, single.
All right, you got Charlie Heege and Denzel Curry, Aloha.
Denzel Curry is actually kind of dope, though.
Is okay. Not on my list. Riff Raff, Tiptoe 3 feature Chief Keef. I do not.
Riff Raff is not on my
I'm like
list.
Riff Raff still making music.
Who is that? So.
Jody High Roller, that's his other name. Jody High Roller.
What was that show he debuted on? From G's to Gents or some shit? What was that? Was that what it was?
All I know is he's a clown.
My man Farnsworth Bentley. Yeah, that was his show. But he's definitely a clown.
Yeah. So.
Tierra Whack.
Gloria.
Mm-hmm.
YBN. What is it? How you say that?
Corday.
Have Mercy. Khalid. My Bad. Ugly.
I know you checked out Khalid.
No, he's not on my to-do list.
How is he not on the to-do list?
He's not Eric Bellinger.
So you didn't like
Eric
On My Way?
Bellinger
Okay.
has been in my thing in rotation.
Eric Bellinger right for him, don't he?
Easy.
Easy call.
You wasn't on that Eric Bellinger wave neither. I ain't finna put you on the spot because we recording.
I think you just did.
I
think you just did.
I digress. Please continue telling us the
right. Ugly
recent
God,
sequels.
Dream, Cupcake, Bird Box. Okay, now see, everybody wants to do this whole Bird Box thing. That's, whatever. Quill Chris, Straight Shot, feature Cavalier. What's that? Cavalier, Bilal Salam. Some of these people I don't know.
Yeah, I've never heard of these people.
Never. What's that? Scar
Lord.
STFU. Okay. 88 Glam, Lil Boat Remix feature, Lil Yachty. Okay.
Bankroll Fresh.
Who is that?
Rest in peace.
All
That's
right.
my man.
Childish Major, Good Love. Lil Mosey, Greet Her. Black Cray, No Surprise. So those are the new singles that came out this week and everything. So But let's get into the 12-year-old rapper facing felony charges for selling his mixtape in a mall in Georgia. Corey J, a.k.a. Lil C-No, faced charges of disorderly conduct with violence, criminal trespassing, and obstruction felony. So when did it become a felony charge to try to big yourself up by doing self-promotion? So what white woman told on him?
That's pretty much what happened, I'm sure. Like somebody called the police on this young black kid is in here selling CDs.
Right. Like the lady that told on the little girl with the lemonade.
Man, listen. But yeah, let's get into this coon right here.
Felony charges though. That's nuts.
For a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into this coon. Young thug wears Gucci blackface sweater.
Thugger.
I ain't really got much to say on it.
Is he mocking it?
I mean, he was on IG with it, you know. I think he put it on his story or whatever. And yeah, he was just flexing, you know, like, yeah, I'm out here wavy. And it was just, you know, yeah, I got the blackface on. So
That's all you get out of me.
my thing was okay, did Gucci ever address this?
So you send Dapper Dan to say something about it. Well, let's be honest about
Does
it.
Dapper Dan work for Gucci still?
As far as I know.
Yes, but my thing is, if you see this stuff months before we do in Paris and France and things like that, and these showcases that they do, so you knew this was coming out, and you knew this would offend some of the black people. So they're sitting here and think about T.I. Let's ban them for 3 months. No, let's ban them. Period, and hit their pockets. So let's not just have Gucci. You got Prada. You got Burberry. Come on, with the noose.
But here's my thing. Like, if you ban that, if black people ban it, it's not going to hurt their pockets because there's not a lot of black people that's really out here buying that shit.
They can afford that shit.
We are, as a whole, black people, we're no more than 15% of the population.
But oh yeah,
The other 85, the other 85% of the population are not black, and they're going to buy Gucci if they can afford it.
And that's true. I mean, a lot of people say, "Well, I'm buying it because they won't, they don't want us to buy it."
That's stupid.
That's stupid because
What's your logic?
we can go back to doing our own thing and bringing back our own luxury lines and everything like that. But to me, by him wearing it, what does that say about us?
You don't
looking,
give a fuck.
Exactly.
Same with Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, I had to just check myself because I was gonna say it's a lot of young niggas that don't care, but
They don't.
you had a guy like Floyd. He's an older guy. Like I can't really just throw it off on Thugger being young.
It's not even an age thing right now. It's, I don't know. It's a finance thing. Like Floyd. I don't want to say he's like under the OJ umbrella where, I'm not black, I'm Floyd. But, you know what I'm saying? He has all of this money. He feels like his identity is money. Like that's how he identifies. I'm not Floyd, man. I'm Money Mayweather. Like I got money, I'm finna get this, I'm finna get that, I'm finna buy this.
Right.
If I want Gucci, I'm gonna get Gucci. Fuck what they talking about. That's trash. Because now what that tells me is not only do you not care about black people, but you also don't care about the fact that other companies and entities don't actually care about us either, and you're willing to support that, and that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And
I'm
glad he's done boxing now because I probably will never support this dude if he feels that way.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting some OJ vibes from Floyd as far
I'm
as
not black, I'm OJ.
Oh, that doesn't apply to me. Like even with T.I., let's unpack that a little bit. Saying 3 months, all right, that's a quarter. You basically saying, let's show them for a quarter what us not supporting your brand will do. It'll hurt it or whatever. But like you just pointed out, you know what I mean? If you're just asking for black people to not support it, it's not going to make a difference. Now, if you're saying mass boycott, everybody is included.
Now you're getting somewhere.
Now
that's not going to happen.
Yeah. Because it's not going to offend everybody. Some people are going to be like, oh, well, it's just a sweater, you know. And you got black people saying that too. So, you know, Kodak went out there like, oh, no, it was just a sweater. And, you know, Antonio Brown was just kind of like, oh, to each his own. You know, and these are prominent black figures, you know what I'm saying, in the community in terms of celebrity.
But that's the thing. We need to stop looking up to these people. They're people before they were celebrities in the first place. And looking to them and putting on them as these role models and different things like this. I don't feel that I have any role models out there. I feel that we all make who we feel as a role model in the injustice of what's going on in our society. Yes, AB is a great athlete, and Kodak Black is just...
He's a good artist.
Kids like him.
Yeah, you know. And
some adults, Pete like him.
You know.
Though I agree with what you say, you know, that they shouldn't be held to this standard. These are people of influence. They're on TV every day. They have this power to influence us to do things, our kids to do things. So, yeah, they have to be held accountable because what they say, people listen to.
And that's, you know, that's, to me, it's...
But that's not on them. That's not their fault. That's how we've designed. Yeah, that's how we design a society. Is we emphasize television and radio and internet and branding, marketing, and now you have people who push that agenda out. So,
yeah,
man.
Yeah,
not really much you can do other than just stick to your guns.
Right.
Yeah, so I had to take my Young Thug Essentials off my phone for a couple of weeks. You know
Oh, we muting Young Thug now?
Yeah, I had to mute it just slightly, but I got it at the same time too. It's been kind of quiet for Thugger right now. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody really talking about him.
Check out
Music ain't been hitting how it was. You know, the way it was when he first dropped. So I get it.
The last shit he dropped was trash anyway. So
yeah,
I ain't really got no.
I like the
joint
joint
old Thug on the phone
with the Elton John sample. I thought that was cool, Rocket Man, but. You know,
his features is more better for me.
It's been kind of quiet for Thugger, so you know, like trying to get the people talking.
Yeah, the Barter 6 shit. I listen to some of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's about it though.
Yeah, I would say a person put me up on Young Thug. He still wasn't in my Rolodex until I listened to Drake yesterday off of More Life. You know, so I've been going through my Drake moment.
Speaking of trash,
More
Drake. Life.
I think Scorpion was a little trashy. But Views was probably one of my favorites. I've been going
Really?
Views is my favorite at the moment.
Your favorite Drake album?
No, it's not my favorite Drake album, but from what I just been playing one song for just the past couple of days.
What's your favorite Drake album?
Ooh, I would say I'm gonna go with him facing himself as a child.
But nothing was the same?
Nothing was the same. You just let that play. That and I would say Take Care. You can put them two together. But Scorpion should have never been a double disc.
And he's supposed to be coming back this year with a new album.
Man, listen, I need Kendrick to come out more than he do, so...
I heard some news today that Drake is smashing a Mexican drug cartel's wife while he's in jail, while the cartel boss is in jail. Drake is out here getting involved in some risky business.
Very.
If that's true. That just triggered when we were talking about Drake. I'm like, yeah, I read that earlier today.
Well, all right.
But,
Drake feel he untouchable.
Friends I don't have anymore.
Speaking of stab, speaking of Scorpion, getting poked.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
In the throat. Robert Sylvester, a.k.a. R. Kelly, has Fury interview with Gayle King, who is another coon. I do not mess with Gayle.
Hey, man, you got to relax on Gayle.
Gayle, really?
Yeah.
Gayle and Oprah are both interviewing all the black men.
Gayle ain't said nothing.
She did say
she had nothing to do with what Oprah said about
Mike. She didn't have to really say anything. Like, R. Kelly didn't ruin his own shit.
Yeah.
Right, he did. I didn't watch the interview. I have not watched anything with R. Kelly. I have not watched none of the documentary things that they did. But I just listened to what people were saying. Of course, Facebook tells you everything that you want to know about any type of program. If it's Power, somebody's going to tell you the episode or whatever. And especially with this situation, I just found out a lot of it when I was at work. I blame, we all knew R. Kelly has a problem. But let's not just put the blame on him. How did the kids get there? Mm-hmm. So you got the parents. Okay, this is my. Go on, Brandon, baby. Go on. Brandon, we're gonna put our daughter up there.
That's tricky.
And she gonna go in here and let R. Kelly get it. And he's probably sitting there like this. Boom. Because Pied Piper, let's think about it. Pied Piper was a what?
We got into that.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's the interview to me,
So you fought the parents just as much as you fought him?
Of course. What real daddy? I know that's going to be like, man, where my daughter go for a couple of days? She trapped in the closet.
Now, one of the girls was at his court hearing in 2007, I believe, before he got acquitted. And she was like 14. She was out there, people was out there supporting him with signs and shit, rooting for him. She was out there. He saw her. He reached out to her. Hey, thank you for the support. You should come by the house sometime. She did. You can't fault her parents if something like that happens because they don't know.
Now.
They don't know where she's going. They don't know what she's getting into. They don't know to what extent she's, all they know is she's out. She could be lying. I'm out with my friends at a football game.
And I said that too. The same thing, like in high school. All of the high school young ladies messed around with a lot of older men.
Yep,
you like this, like, hey, we 16, we telling them they we 18, and he 22, 23. He bringing us and picking us, taking us back and forth to school. We get a new pair of Air Force Ones. Girl, who did that? Oh, my baby Ray did that. So it's not just saying. That's what I said. I'm like, hold on, we didn't all so we're gonna R. Kelly all these men that we done messed around with when we was in that age bracket. So what are we gonna do about that situation? And
here's the thing with me, because people will bring up Elvis and all the other white people who did the same thing essentially. Mm-hmm. The biggest difference is they didn't have girls locked up in a house. They didn't have an abundance of girls locked up in the house. They didn't have to ask when to go to the bathroom. They didn't have to piss in a bucket.
Hog-tied.
Who was hog-tied?
I don't know how to hog-tie nobody.
Yeah. Anyway, that's not even relevant to him to even say that. But that's the least of his concern is to hog-tie somebody. But to me, that was the biggest issue. So not only are you messing with underage girls, but you're also degrading them. Mm-hmm. You're allegedly starving them, allegedly keeping them away from their families, and just using them as sex objects. Mm-hmm. That's the difference. It's not, with Elvis. Oh, he married his cousin, his 14-year-old cousin. All right, cool. He married his cousin. That's gross, but he's not beating her ass or starving her or no shit like that. Mm-hmm. Keeping her away from everybody.
But that's what they used to do down south. It's still not right.
To me, last time I checked, Allgale Gardens wasn't the South. That's where that nigga's from. Allgale Gardens.
So R. Kelly?
I
thought he was from out west.
In the documentary, they say Allgale Gardens.
What? They letting them slide like that on 130th?
Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. A lot of Chicago people, they just kind of in question where they're from. Lupe Fiasco is one of them. But I digress. You know what I'm saying? R. Kelly is a piece of shit.
Yeah, man.
I seen when you deleted. I seen.
And that shit hurt.
I seen when you deleted. You had your little book up. You was like,
man. You know how you do it? You hold the shift and then you hit the down button and it just collect all that shit.
Yeah.
And man, bro, that shit hurt because I like R. Kelly. Or I like his music, I should say.
Right.
And but you can't separate the man from I don't think you can, because the man is the artist. And he even said that. He said, I'm Robert, but when I'm on stage, I'm R. Kelly. But it's no different than you being a cop and then you going to work and actually putting on the uniform. You're still the same guy, you just have this uniform on.
Right.
And that's how he explained it in his interview. So if he can't separate the two, why the fuck should I?
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good.
Hey, man, I've been stopped messing with kids. I ain't going to tell the story.
Yeah, we heard it, you know.
What happened to you and R. Kelly?
I mean, our listeners have heard this enough times. Sylvester came to Nike Town a couple of times, during my tenure there. And, one of those times I was coming home from lunch. Not coming home from lunch. I was coming back to work from lunch. And I'm coming out. He's coming out. I'm coming in. And he just ice grills me for no reason. Little girls is losing their man. It's R. Kelly. I'm walking up. Oh, yo, this R. Kelly. I'm a Capricorn. I take shit real like, all right, cool. That's dope. It's only a handful of people I'm going to lose my shit over. You know what I'm saying? And he's not Kanye or Nas. So I wasn't going to lose my shit over R. Kelly. But it was pretty dope to see him. And I guess he just zeroed in on me not losing my shit. And he just was ice grilling me. So did that. He did that not once but twice. So I was kind of like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, R. Kelly been dead to me since 2013.
But he a Capricorn too, though. So
he should have been dead to me since 2002.
Yeah, the Capricorn's a bad name.
Right. So I think since I was in high school when they put the video out. When we was like, oh, snap, girl.
You were in high school?
I was in high school when that video came out.
Was I in high school? Yeah, I was in high school when the video came out.
No, you couldn't have been in high
Yeah,
school.
she couldn't have been in high school. Y'all couldn't have been in high school.
We was grown?
Yeah, 2000, what was it, 2003?
2002,
Oh,
2003.
y'all was super grown.
You talking about a whole nother...
Oh, well, shoot, he had so many shit. I mean, personally, I stopped.
Oh, yeah, you talking about Delvin Weed. You was watching the porno.
The only porno we had back in high school was D'Angelo How Does It Feel video. That was it.
Black Street Hookers. That's what you talking about.
See, no.
But
I was saying.
It was inquired what R. Kelly ate when he got out of jail last time. He went to McDonald's. He said he had a Big Mac.
Yeah.
Some fries.
Wait, Gail asked him that?
I don't know if she asked him that, but he offered that information. So
24-hour locker. 24-hour locker.
Yeah, he said McDonald's reminds him of his mom.
And he said some weird shit about his mom on an interview, right? And I just was like, yo, there's something fucking wrong with this guy. Like, when they get to the bottom of that, for real, because apparently his sister is supposed to be the one that was molesting him and his brothers.
Yeah.
And they said he was the only one that wore it like a badge of honor. Like, yeah, I got some. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of them was like, yo, this is our sister, taking advantage of it.
Yeah, Karen was fucked up.
I feel like it might come out that the mama was doing something. Because the way he told a story about his mama drinking coffee and him like turning the thing to like drink the coffee and where her lipstick mark was at on the cup. And I was just like, yo.
Yeah, he mentioned that. He said when they went to McDonald's, they would go and get coffee and Danishes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need to go ahead and get him some help.
And I'm just like, yo.
Something else happened. There's a lot more to that.
I said, R. Kelly gonna do one or two things. He either gonna flee the country or he gonna plead insanity. Because I'm like, ain't no other way for him to get out of this.
I don't think he can plead insanity.
I don't think he can flee either.
He can't. He ain't supposed to be able to flee. That motherfucker get out.
Listen.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey. But, in other news, Jay-Z.
Yeah, thank you for
thank you. I got that.
Getting out of that shit.
Jay-Z and Dayco, Chance the Rapper to headline Woodstock 50. Image Dragons, I don't know who they are, where it is. Run the Jewels, I like them actually. Gary Clark Jr., Cage the Elephant, The Killers, Greta Van Fleet, Margot Price. I need my glasses for this.
Sturgill Simpson.
Courtney Barnett from Portugal. The Man, Dows, The Lumineers, Pussy Riot, Dorothy and Bishop Briggs will also perform at this event scheduled for August 16th through 18th in Watkins Glen, New York. It's not I don't know why
I thought the first Woodstock was in 69.
Mm-hmm.
The last one was in 99. So I thought it was every 30 years. So they coming up 10 years early.
Yeah. I guess just to try to hit the 50th anniversary, I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of doing the every 30-year joint.
I always wondered who would be there on the next one. So I'm glad Chance is on there. We get somebody from Chicago representing us the right way.
Chance is like our last hope.
Yeah. To me, I think that's just not, I'm not.
Because I don't think Vic Mensa will ever be
as big as he should.
as big as that, yeah.
Yeah. But we do have Pharrell put together a fest. Something in the Water, which the tickets went on sale yesterday. It's supposed to be super awesome. April 20th.
Is that in Virginia?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm actually going to that event.
You said it's April 12th?
April 26th through the 28th.
This year?
Yes, 3-day passes are $195, not bad. Flights are probably going to be cheap, and then he has Missy. He's bringing out Teddy Riley. He's bringing out Nerd. He's bringing out a lot of...
Clips.
Yes.
Malice got to be there.
Pusha T already was like this. He was super happy about it. But, hold on, I can get it. Missy Elliott, Migos, Pusha T, SZA, Janelle Monáe, J Balvin, Lil Uzi Vert, Diplo, Cause, Mac DeMarco, Travis Scott, Dave Matthews Band, Ferg, Maggie Rogers, Jaden Smith, Virgil, Maceo, K. Katrana, he's a good producer, Jayon Eco, Jeffrey Canada, Dram, Anderson Park and the Free Nationals, Trap Karaoke, and Pop-Up Church Service. If they have pop-up church service, I already know who else is going to probably be in the building for that one.
Beautiful morning.
I will probably lose my mind because when I see him do that,
He got to bring out his
he got to bring out that whole congregation.
He's got to bring out his one-hit wonders too, like Philly's Most Wanted,
Yeah.
Shark City All Stars,
AB.
all of them.
AB Live, you know.
Yep, him. What's my other man's?
Roscoe P. Coach.
Yep, gotta have him.
Yeah.
Hot damn.
what was that reggae nigga he signed? He signed somebody. Supercat. Was it Supercat?
I think so. Or he needs to bring out Khalees. You got to bring Khalees out.
He probably.
Oh yeah, I know that's you got Nas's girl, but you got to bring Khalees out because she got to do the milkshake, But that is a good event that's going to be awesome sauce. So that's one of the events I would look forward to. Besides, Summerfest coming up. Rolling Loud is really big right now.
Do we have one of those of that here other than Lala?
You know what we used to.
Pitchfork.
Pitchfork is not as big as it should be.
It's on the come up though. Like it's something that's like prevalent now. Like at first it was like every other, Now they doing it consistently like every year.
That and Riot Fest, we do have that.
Mm-hmm.
But
so those are like on the come up.
The one thing that they should have kept bringing back, like what Common had, the Eye Fest. If anybody ever been to that to me was dope.
And that's what I thought he was gonna do. Like I thought that was gonna be one that was done every year. I would have timed it a little differently though, because he would do it like at the very tail end, like when it's damn near getting cold, like outside, and it's like, yo, I ain't trying to be out there in September.
Man, it was decent.
Chance should do that shit he did at the White Sox Park, like every year.
Yeah, that shit. Festivals is one of them things, man. Everybody's starting to do them
you got
more and more.
What's my man? Tyler the Creator. His shit be popping off in Cali every year.
Yeah, that look real
Camp
lit
Flog
last year.
Yeah, and then they need to bring back, I would say, Rock the Bells. Mm-hmm. If they revive Rock the Bells again, man, I think you'll see a lot more people out there too.
Yeah.
Another thing too that we should address is how I don't know if you have addressed it probably, how De La Soul is getting.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Tommy Boy is out here on that bullshit.
The boycott is real. Yeah, actor and performer Ronald Oslin, Bobby Simple is suing Kanye, Cudi, and Ty Dolla $ign, Def Jam, and Universal Music because he claims they exploited the actual voice, words, and performance of his 2002 record recording titled "The Spirit of Marcus Garvey." What song is they talking about?
Something on Kids See Ghosts.
Is it Free? Or Rebirth?
I was thinking it was something like
They mentioned it, but I don't remember.
So it has to be that song with not off of Kanye's album. It has to be off the Kids See Ghosts.
Yeah, it's off Kids See Ghosts.
So
whichever one, the one that got Ty Dolla $ign. So.
Okay, Free.
Yeah.
The dope song. We didn't like those two albums.
I like the one. The only song that I really liked off that album was the sample where it was like, oh, and it had the crazy ass drums on it.
Man, yeah, it has to be that song with
and it I almost didn't listen to it because I was not fucking with Ye.
Yeah.
But I did get a chance to listen to that. And I like that one.
Yeah, Kids See Ghost. It's probably the dopest, very dope album. Yeah.
Was that the best out of his collection of albums that he put out?
Ooh,
Kanye.
No. In my opinion, no. Because I didn't really like Tiana Taylor. I don't really like her like that. I'm not like on her bandwagon like everybody else is because they look at her body's banging this, that, the third. If I was to put it, Pusha T's number 1, Nas is number 2. Oh man, I struck a nerve.
Yeah,
no. Nerve is already being pushed back here. So.
But the Pusha T album is probably the best.
But see, my thing with that
I can agree with it, but it's by default.
I think the Push album was damn near done anyway.
I don't think
that they just based the rest of that shit.
I think they had a longer time to actually develop that.
Yeah. And you can tell, like the rest of this shit sound rushed. You know what I'm saying? Tiana, even her stuff, you could tell she was probably developing all this stuff, and then they just hit the rush button to fast forward to complete it just so it could come out with the rest of that stuff.
Pissed me off so bad.
And Nas though,
really?
I wasn't rocking with that.
Really? So you didn't like Bonjour? You didn't like
The only one that I liked on that album was White Label.
What about the song with him?
I didn't like anything else on there.
So what about the song with Dream and Kanye? I like that. I like even the Kids See Ghost
because none of the rapping, like aside of the production, let's skip the production. The rapping on there did not, to me, it did not seem like Nas.
Really?
Except for White Label. White Label sounded like a Nas joint.
So what about the song Nas has with, to me, the other next song that I liked that he put out this year had to be, well not this year, we're going into last year, was the song that he had with Swiss Beats, Echo. It's probably one of the dopest songs because that sounded like you said, like a Nas song.
I could rock with it. I rock with that more than I would rock with the Ye shit.
That was traditional Nas though. Like that Ye shit was some different
Not
shit.
everybody can like. I hate the fact that Nas be messing with these producers. I know he's cool with these people, but he should not be rapping on Swiss Beats productions and Kanye productions. He needs to be dealing with Large Professor. You know what I'm saying?
And
Premier. You know what I'm saying? They niggas from the 90s that you know is gonna push your sound the way it should be.
Yeah.
Like, was that Life is Good album? He had a lot of Large Professor shit, bro. And it was a solid album.
It was. It was. One of his best albums.
Is this an inside joke that you laughing at?
Yeah.
All right,
All
cool.
I keep thinking about is how he had the dress and
See, this is why people don't have their exes on their podcast.
Yeah. All right.
No, I'm just saying the way, but I would say Life is Good because you can really get through some things with the Life is Good album. But in my opinion, the best Nas album is I Am. I was in high school, that's in 99, which, matter of fact, yeah, that's like 20 years. Came out in 99.
Hey, man, we ain't got enough time to get into that debate right now. So.
I fuck with the Nas, though.
Yeah. I like I Am. I just ain't going to say all that.
Yeah.
But is that all we got in music, young lady?
Yes, that's all we do have in music.
All right. Let's go around this thing on out, man. We get this sports done.
All right, man. In sports, what we got? First, let me start by saying that the Bulls are on their way.
You believe so?
I always believed in it. No, not really, but it's looking promising now. So, shout out to my guys over there on Madison, man, getting it done. They've been kicking ass since the All-Star break for the most part.
Mm-hmm. They have.
Ever since they got Otto Porter, it's been looking real good.
Madhouse on Madison.
And with Otto Porter there, I don't think you necessarily need Zion.
Really?
You don't. But you do need a point guard.
Mm-hmm.
And the way it's looking right now, the Bulls might not be in that top 2-3 pick anyway. They might be about 4 or 5.
Mm-hmm.
So they need to be looking at my man John Morant at Murray State, who's the best point guard in the country right now.
Okay.
So that's my spiel on them. Also, Finland rapper Victor Nordis has a song named Laurie, and that shit be slamming, boy. They got Laurie's jersey, and he going in on some Finnish shit, however you say it. They were playing it yesterday after the game, so shout out to Victor Nordis. All right, man, this is what y'all really want to talk about. Let's get into some LeBron shit. LeBron passes Michael Jordan to become the fourth all-time NBA scoring behind Cap, the Mailman, and the Mamba. How y'all feel about LeBron? Milestone right there.
I mean, he been playing. He came into the league longer. So he's gonna be in there longer than Mike was. He been the guy since he's been in the league. You know what I mean? So that was coming. You know what I mean? He might. I don't know if he maybe hit that third at number 3, but depending on.
I think he's about 2,000 behind Kobe.
Okay, so you say maybe he got maybe what, realistically 4 seasons left, maybe? Because I think LeBron's going to leave when LeBron wants to leave. Not necessarily that his body going to break down like how everybody else is. It's just going to kind of be like he on his own timeline, and, when he ready to say, all right, that's enough, that's when he going to do it.
I think he's trying to hang on so that he could play with his son.
Okay.
Because they're changing the rule to where you can come to the league after high school.
Which
they're gonna change it back.
You definitely debate they doing that for him.
Yeah. So LeBron Jr. is a freshman this year, and he'll be eligible in 4 years, which is when LeBron's contract is up.
Okay.
So you be the judge. Any thoughts on LeBron, Miss Nikki? You a LeBron fan? Absolutely.
I mean, with LeBron, congratulations to him on that. Mm-hmm. Congratulations on him on all the endeavors that he is doing. But he'll never beat Jordan. You can't go 6-0. And then
that's out the question now.
I just look at it. I'm just getting tired of people trying to pretty much. You don't need to compare 2 different generations of basketball. Because did you see how Kuzma had to push him? You wasn't doing no defense.
LeBron ain't never had to have that. I mean, Jordan never had to have that done by a teammate.
Yeah.
No. Never. Ever. Even on the Wizards days when he was 40, they didn't have to do that shit to him.
Exactly.
And they always talk like, well, LeBron, for him to pass this milestone and not be a scorer. Wait, what? He's not a scorer. That motherfucker takes the most shots on a team of any team that he's played on. So How is he not a scorer? He's a good passer and a scorer.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't understand the discrepancy there.
Yeah, because I don't understand how they even calling him that. In my mind, that's their way of trying to justify him not necessarily trying to be a closer. Like, you got other people that are definitive closers. KD is a definitive closer. Mm-hmm. Hell, Kyrie a definitive closer. Steph. Let me see. AD, you know what I mean? Yeah. LeBron is like the only guy of his stature and status that'll pass, as opposed to just being like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna take the shot. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go and secure this W for us. The Claw out there in Toronto, he's showing he can do that same thing. As far as being a closer. But them saying LeBron ain't a scorer, that's news to me.
Yeah, I think they always push that narrative to like cushion his inability to, like you say, be clutch. Mm-hmm. So I've never been a fan of it. And as far as the comparison with Mike goes, come on now.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I mean, you can pass the stat up, but you still ain't gonna pass Mike up in everybody's minds and hearts.
So LeBron has played nonstop basketball. Mm-hmm. In the NBA since 2003. It's 2019, that's 16 years. Mm-hmm. He hasn't had any significant injuries. So he hasn't missed any significant time, and he's just now passing Michael Jordan, who has played 15 years in the NBA.
Right.
2 retirements. Missed half a season with a broken foot in 85. This motherfucker retired after 9 years. That's the equivalent of LeBron retiring the second year in Miami.
Right.
That's when Jordan called it quits. Like, I'm just leave. Really, he got suspended, but that's another story. So Jordan played the 9 years, then came back, played 3 more, then came back and played another 3 in Washington. That's 15 years. 3 of the last 3 years, this nigga was old as hell. Still giving niggas buckets.
51 points.
Still giving niggas buckets at 40. Oldest, only 40-year-old to get 40. Let's put that stat out there too. And let's not mention the way that the game is played. So the game back in the day, niggas, the Detroit Pistons niggas was out there doing WWE moves.
Yeah.
On Jordan. Like knocking my man out the air with a clothesline.
Hell yeah.
Putting him
Robin
on his ass.
and what's his
they was
name?
dirty
Bill
as hell.
Lambier?
Oh my goodness.
Lambier. Mike, Isaiah was stealing off niggas.
Yeah.
Like
Hit you with that clothesline quick.
LeBron, if you look at him wrong, it's a flagrant 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a totally different game. There's more possessions in the game now, so you get to take more threes.
And more steps. You see that?
And more steps. And then you can, get away with a lot of traveling, crab dribble, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's just a different game. So, not to take away from the milestone, congrats to LeBron, but hey, fuck you, Jack. Jordan is still king around here.
Yeah.
And that's the word. What else we got, man? Zion still not playing.
Yeah, he didn't play tonight, and what happened? They still lost to the best right now. Period.
Who did they play?
They played the Tar Heels, and
Oh, yeah, that was
and
the
we
second
swept. Of course, we swept. It's still gonna be a good. March Madness. Got one more week left of real college basketball, but then we go into non-stop basketball for the rest of the week, rest of the month. So.
Who you got winning March Madness? Tar Heels?
No.
You behind them like that?
I've been behind.
Like that?
I've been behind the Tar Heels for a long time. I don't jump from that.
I like North Carolina more than Duke. I used to like Duke more than North Carolina, but now I'm more North Carolina. But I am pro Michigan and pro Michigan State.
I mean, you got Gonzaga still good. You got Xavier. You still got good teams out there. Syracuse looked terrible, which is one of my backup teams. But it's gonna be a good. It's gonna be just like any given Sunday. So it's.
Do y'all do the brackets?
No.
I
don't do it.
Yeah. But I know some people that do it and don't watch any sports and like end up winning shit. But I'm usually always in like the final 3 though. Like I always take home some money.
That's what's up. I wish I could do that, man. I don't pay enough attention to it. That's
the thing. Like it's not about picking the best teams. It's really up to chance because like. If you have a number 2 seed team going up against like a number 10 seed team, that number 10 seed team can blow this 2 team out.
Sometimes. Yeah, you always have some upsets.
So, yeah, it's always up for grabs, man, and it's always like, you know what I'm saying, do I think this lower tier team can win? And I usually pick the right one. It's really off of instinct, not really how the team plays. You can look at stats all day long and be wrong.
Right.
Exactly.
So, yeah, man. So we got that March Madness out the way. Let's get back in the NBA, man. Luka Doncic got them ankles snatched up. Gas station P's boy got them ankles snatched up.
Yeah, you ain't here to defend him, P. What happened?
By your boy Joe Harris, who's not even a dribbler. He's a shooter. He put that boy on his ass. Andrew Bogut returns to Dub City.
Now, what was that all about?
I think he's been overseas balling.
Okay.
So, I think he was in Australia at the crib, and I think the season is over, and he's looking for some work, and
just gave him a call.
Said, come on back.
Collect the ring real quick.
Yeah, I think he already got one with him. So
I was say he's with that initial team, wasn't he? I remember Bogut being around.
Yeah, he was definitely with the first one. Speaking of comebacks, Vince Carter said he wants to come back for one more year.
Man, just.
Gonna come to the madhouse on Madison, man.
I was thinking that too.
Man,
one more time, come here.
He got a jersey for every city, for every team.
Damn near.
Veteran presence.
Yeah, he's still dunking, so.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if we were to get Zion, he would be perfect to have because he can teach him how to handle his body.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely gonna need it being as heavy as he is,
That one, I can't remember which one of y'all sent it, but y'all put it in the group chat. It looked like he wanted to yam it so bad, but he ended up just like,
Yeah. Threw that shit up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar donated $2.8 million for youth development in L.A. Shout out to Kareem, still putting in that work.
Still doing it for the culture, man.
You know what I'm saying? All right, now here's the T that y'all been waiting for.
Okay.
TT, Tristan Thompson. Teammates are not riding for him anymore. They say my man's been on good bullshit.
They knew that long time. You just like, man.
They said along with his dramatic personal life, he has been sidelined from the court since January and has not been rehabbing like he should. Spent most of his time in Cali and New York. Recently spending a lot of time with a young lady in New York that he met through teammate Jordan Clarkson, whom he's not dating but is kicking it with. I think they said he's not smashing it either. But this nigga is just messy as hell, bro. He
under the Willie Beeman Act, man. LeBron ain't there, Kyrie ain't there, Kevin Love ain't playing. He like, man, I'm gonna stop, baby.
But he ain't playing either. Kevin Love, he just came back. So Tristan, man, he might find himself in the D League.
Like, I'm TT. Just
he got some Kardashian box. You think he doing something?
Yeah, he gonna be in the
trash,
big three,
bro.
Big three, bro. Next couple seasons.
Yeah.
Definitely. Q might not even want to put up with that shit though. Yeah, you see that nigga on the Harlem Globetrotters.
Be an assistant coach for Duke.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to pitch a redemption story in a couple of seasons.
Yeah. So speaking of that situation, Jordan Woods just posted an Instagram photo of her first time since the whole shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Just putting that out there if y'all was inquiring. I know y'all like to keep up with the Kardashians out here.
I mean, I know she did a Red Table Talk, Jada. And
No.
You don't watch Red Table Talk?
I didn't watch that.
You ain't never watched it?
I watched a little bit of the Red Table.
You hating on Jada a little bit. You gotta
I ain't gonna. I like No, I like, what I'm saying, the Red Table Talk. I got to go back and listen to some more of it. But, anything that has something to do with the Kardashians do not get my attention at all.
I like that.
Until once they let go of Kanye, then I'll be okay.
You're not letting go of
snatched.
Bang.
Kanye is in the sunken place doing this.
Yeah, just like how they had Grandpa on the movie Get Out. That's Kanye.
That's Kanye.
Somebody else is running that body.
Definitely.
I just need him to stay woke.
Kanye running laps around the crib.
If I ever see him, I'm taking a picture with the flash on.
Put it right in his face too.
Hey, can I get a selfie? No, nigga, got your ass. Come up out of there. Get out. Damn, what was I finna say? Forgot. But let's just move it on to football, man. Eagles reportedly trading or releasing Michael Bennett after saying he wants a raise.
So this man was on Good Morning America. I think he was talking to Michael Strahan, and next thing you know, they traded him. The Patriots picked him up. His brother, Martellus, gets right on the phone, said, I'll come right out of retirement just to play with my brother. Now, mind you, the Patriots already have 2 sets of twins on the team.
Right.
They get them too. But he's all on Twitter saying, I've been smoking weed. It's been OJ and Kush.
Martellus or Michael?
Martellus. Martellus is the one that retired. That has a ring with.
That didn't get along with Tom too well before, right?
He don't care. He said, I'm coming back.
Tom don't want that nigga back. Hey, keep that nigga where he at.
You know what? Listen, let that brother come back.
Tom ain't for it.
It ain't just him, Bill.
Tom, you know Tom got to get the okay on that now.
Listen, Tom needs to get him a
Belichick
replacement.
gonna be like, hey, you cool with it, Tom? I ain't gonna bring it back.
No, it's all about he need to get a replacement, and then they need to clean up what's going on with Robert Kraft.
Yeah, I was about to say that they got bigger fish to fry.
Because they're trying to come after taking Robert Kraft money, and Robert Kraft team is worth $1.5 billion.
I mean, Kraft got too close to the niggas.
And that's what I said. I said that too.
Meek Mill in particular.
Yeah.
You win a championship.
He really trying to do some reform, like really help us with the reform. Like, them boys, like, hey, man, you got to remember what side you on.
But I would say this. This let me know right now that Trump ain't shit. He took a picture with the lady who owned the spot. And was like this at this Super Bowl party. I'm like, you know what? Mm-hmm. You done set my man's up.
That's what I'm saying.
That man just been doing all this active work.
It's bigger than Nino Brown, man.
Right. Yeah. Look, Robert Kraft out there with his special Air Force Ones that he wear at every single game, kicking it with Meek Mill, helping out. He's with Jay-Z. Mm-hmm. Now, mind you, Jay-Z don't like Trump, and he know Robert Kraft kicking with Trump. But at the end of the day, Robert Kraft like, hey, if we're going to do this, let's do this. What happened? They got my man locked up. Talking about he trying to buy something.
Yeah, I definitely said that about 2 episodes ago. They cracking down on his ass for his affiliation with Meek Mill.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
They giving us too much hope. Kraft helping giving too much hope. So
you said Michael Bennett got picked up by the Patriots?
Yes, he's with them.
Okay.
They just finalized the paperwork. If they bring back Martellus Bennett, that will help us on our tight end.
Our?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
Yeah, she's a
what the fuck?
big time
How did you live
Patriot.
with that?
It was an interesting crib, man.
Oh shit.
That night my guy brought it home though. You would have thought it was the Super Bowl. They had a shootout. But we came home with the 50 points, you know what I'm saying?
It wasn't even 50 points.
It was 50. It was like 43-50. We beat y'all by a touchdown.
Oh, see that? There we go. Now you want to bring it up.
I'm not the stat guy here, so I'm gonna remember about my people.
Man, let me tell you something. That was an angry day at the crib. Okay, but at the end of the day, when they won, he saw it.
Oh,
when they won this year, I went outside with some sliders on in the snow. And number 6, I just believe that Tom needs to start training for his replacement. He needs to do it.
They had their replacement and they let him go a couple seasons ago. The guy that I think he went to the Texans.
No, he's with San Francisco 49ers.
Oh, okay.
Jimmy the Garoppolo.
And then he got hurt.
So you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. But keeping it moving, man. The Jags let go of damn near the whole team. They got rid of Malik Jackson, Carlos Hyde, Tashawn Gibson, Jeremy Parnell, and Carson Tinker.
Well, Carlos Hyde is he's going to the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they finished up his paperwork. He's going to go to the Rams.
The Rams are stacked.
Rams said we trying to get right back.
They damn near will.
Yeah.
Dolphins release Danny Amendola.
Come on back home, Danny. Come on back and you should have stayed and got your 3rd ring. So come on back to the Patriots.
Actually, hey, bring your ass over here, dog. The Midway.
But look what you guys are getting ready to do. The Bears definitely needed to get rid of Cody.
Yeah, Cody. Yeah, we got his replacement, man. And do you know what this guy's name is, Timothy?
I heard the name. I can't remember what it was, but the name was hilarious.
Chris Blewett. Just imagine that if he misses a field goal. Chris Blewett
lining up right now.
Right.
See what he's going to do.
And then you have the guys, Chris Blewett.
Then when he actually blew it, Chris Blewett.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, man.
Now, this is the dumbest thing that the Bears are getting ready to do. Jordan Howard. Wow.
Jordan Howard is a good running back, man, but I don't think I'm pretty sure Matt Nagy wants a Tyreek Hill type running back, which he has in Tariq Cohen. So I think he enjoys smaller backs that are versatile. Jordan Howard doesn't kill you with speed. He's pretty strong, and he can get the job done. But he's digressed over the course of the season.
Wow.
And I think he could go somewhere and be really valuable if they decide to move forward from Mr. Howard. So, but he's definitely had some good years here. I forgot who he had took his spot from. The person that he took his spot from didn't last a month. I forgot who was the running back before Jordan Howard, but he was here for like a couple weeks, and then Jordan Howard snatched that shit up.
You don't think they're going to try to enter the AB sweepstakes, do you?
Nah, AB almost went to Buffalo, man.
The dumbest move of his career.
Almost went to Buffalo, but they squashed that shit real quick.
So who is the potential people looking at him?
I haven't heard any names yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if Mr. Brady got into the sweepstakes.
If he does, stay woke, number 7.
I know the Browns are probably in the sweepstakes because they, they got a lot to build on, man. You got a nice young quarterback, and you know what I'm saying? My man, can't think of his name, but Baker Mayfield. But
They just picked somebody else.
I don't know why I couldn't
they?
think of his name.
They picked up the boy that the Chiefs suspended.
Yeah, that's who it was. Yeah.
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, they just got Tyreek Hill.
Which I don't understand. You can bring him back, but Colin can't come and play.
It's a little different.
from what we heard, Tyreek Hill was like, he didn't like go out and beat this girl's ass. Like, it was provoked. Mm-hmm. He shouldn't have did it still, but it wasn't totally his fault.
Yeah, cooler head should have prevailed ultimately.
This wasn't like the Ray Rice shit where he just wailed on her ass.
Absolutely.
But
Shorty was trying to get to the bag.
So man, hopefully we get us a back, man, to help out our boy, Money Mitch. Also, Dallas Cowboy player David Irving announced his retirement. On an IG post, he says, I'll Kaepernick myself before they Kaepernick me. And he went on to hit him some weed.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
If you got to go with a smile.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. On some Ricky Williams type shit.
Cats just be, I don't know.
You throwing away millions of dollars to smoke?
Cedric Benson.
You don't smoke that shit in the
Cedric Benson
boy.
wasn't good anyway. But
Exactly.
But Ricky Williams, he was in the prime of his career when he stopped.
Yeah.
He came back and wasn't shit. So I hope you're happy with your decision, Mr. Irving.
Right. Maybe he got a little piece of a weed company or something. Who knows?
Wiz Khalifa give him some stake in KK.
Get some of that KK money.
Yeah, man. Also, in UFC news, man, the Irish McNasty, a.k.a. Conor McGregor, is due to battle the Cowboy Donald Cerrone sometime soon. Conor also wants to do a rematch with your boy Money Mayweather, and so does Canelo. So everybody wants a piece of Floyd.
Everybody want a piece of that payday. That's what it is.
They're saying if either of those fights, if he does either of those fights, it could easily be over $1 billion.
I can see it.
That's crazy.
I'd rather see Canelo before McGregor. You know what I'm saying?
Floyd might get killed.
I know, but that's why I felt
Not
like
beat,
Canelo
literally killed.
Canelo got to that.
His jaw tapped.
Got to that stage and he
Canelo
froze. You know what I'm saying? Because I was one of the people that thought Canelo could possibly pull it off when they had their match.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought he was going to do it, but Floyd showed that he was still faster and better defensively than Canelo. Mm-hmm. But had Canelo connected on any of those, it would have been over.
Yeah.
But he just was too slow.
Now, though, Canelo eating
I don't know, Floyd. I seen some training shit of Floyd recently. He's still fast.
Yeah.
Hell, his father's still fast.
Yeah, true.
Floyd Sr. be out there.
Shout out to Mayweather Productions, not Money Mayweather Productions, not the Money Team, Mayweather Productions. They be showing us a little love on the gram, man. Anytime we do a boxing post.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
Get us some tickets to the to the joint.
But would you be here though for a Conor Mayweather rematch?
Nah. Like I said, man, I'm probably gonna have to mute Floyd. I'm not fucking with Floyd, and I don't want to see him because he's not. To me, he's not a premier boxer anymore.
Right.
That's not somebody I want to see. This is a circus fight.
It is. It is.
I want to see that shit. I want to see Canelo go up against some real competition. I want to see him go up against Sean Porter. I want to see him go up against Errol Spence Jr. Some real niggas.
Right.
Not Floyd, man. Pretty boy Floyd Money Mayweather. That's what I'm going to call him. But I think that's all we got for sports, man. We ran through that shit, man. We did some social shit.
There we go. Let's start it off with Rock Nation gets all charges dropped from 6th grader who refused to stand during the Pledge of Allegiance.
What's that about?
I saw this. I didn't go and do a little digging into it, but apparently, I guess a 6th grader, you know what I'm saying? Pledge of Allegiance was going on. He's like, I ain't standing for that shit, you know? And I guess he got in trouble with the principal, and you know that ain't no, I ain't gonna say that. Let me not say that.
Let me ask y'all this: when y'all was in school, did they do the Black National Anthem? Did y'all have to sing that?
Yeah.
No,
I did.
I went to a Catholic school growing up.
Yeah,
Then when I went to Lane, we had they played the Lane Tech song before they played the national anthem. And you couldn't move during the national anthem. But motherfuckers was trucking it through that Lane Tech theme song. And you would get in trouble basically if you moved during the Pledge of Allegiance. But you also would be late too. So if you had a dick teacher, they would make you go get a tardy slip.
Damn. Do you know the words to it? To the Black National Anthem?
Not offhand, no.
Damn.
Too many do say nice.
Oh man. You know it?
Of course we all know it, you know.
Ain't no we all. I just said I didn't know it.
Come on, man. You gotta lift every voice and sing, man. To earth and heaven ring.
I know the beginning.
No, man.
Sing a song. I know that shit.
Everybody know that part. You be like, oh. And you be having that one strong person in the choir that goes all the way off the deep end with it. Or whatever. So.
Yeah, I don't know all the words.
But yeah.
Too much,
Yeah, sung that.
That was my graduation song too, matter of fact.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we sung that in school. I went to public school, so black public school.
Yeah.
Hood black public school.
Thank you. We was right there with gang members.
Right.
Whatever.
You know, we didn't have the privilege of good lunch like you. We had that square pizza.
Nigga, we still had the square pizza.
Super donuts,
Hey.
you know what I'm saying?
No, we didn't get the super donut.
See, we had that. Oh man, see, you missed out.
I didn't get to the super donut till high school. That's when I got into that bag. You know
Yeah, super donut was fire,
We
boy.
was like, Mama, can I get 50s?
what I'm saying? With the extra cold milk. You know what I'm saying?
And them cookies, you be like, come on, Miss Lunch Lady, let me get 4 of them things.
Yeah.
But in high school, we was all trying to eat teachers' lunch at Calumet. So
You know, but keep it solid, young man. You know what I'm saying? Wakanda forever. You know. And shout out to Rock Nation for going and handling that. You know.
Yeah, make sure that kid get a good lunch.
Absolutely.
Not that box ass pizza, Salisbury steak and shit.
oh man, or that peanut butter and jelly. Graham cracker sandwich.
But that could be fine too, though.
No.
Oh yeah,
Not from CPS.
Yeah.
they're from the stove.
You know, I found a place that sells super donuts by the box load.
Yeah, them Arabs.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy that shit.
Come on, 71st.
I don't know. It was online. I'm gonna just buy that shit.
You can buy them joints.
I'm gonna sell them too.
Heat them up.
I'm advertising on Instagram. Hit me up, $1 for the super donut. I'll even sell it to you hot.
Hey, you know what? That's actually one of the next ventures I'm having, which is a vending machine. So we could actually do that.
Yeah.
Put the super donut in there.
Man, put the super donuts in the vending machine.
I hear you.
All the CPS people know about it. You
They
just
gonna
super
definitely
donut.
go get it too.
Microwave nearby. Put that in there for 10 seconds. Good.
Get that little cold 2% milk.
Oh man.
Oh, the memories.
All right. Now B touched on this a little earlier, but you know, like he said, it's a bill they're attempting to pass right now in Idaho for children 16 and under to be married without parental consent.
That's crazy. That's sick.
So, what do y'all think, man? More importantly, do you think this will actually pass? Like, you go to other countries and you see this shit. Like, a guy 30 marrying a girl that's 15. Like, it's commonplace. You know what I'm saying? America is maybe one of the only countries out here where this doesn't transpire.
I think, man, like, I'm trying to figure out how to word this.
Because I'll be honest, if it passes here in Idaho, I can see this getting passed everywhere else slowly but surely.
We're talking about Idaho.
Yeah,
it's probably happening there anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
It's just not legal.
Alabama.
Well, what I was trying to say is, like, if a kid were, let's say a man is trying to marry a young girl, if the reason it's gross to me is because these children aren't fully developed yet, mentally or physically. Mm-hmm. That's the issue with me. Now, if they are developed or seem developed, I can see that being a gray area for me. Mm-hmm. But for someone that you know is immature, that is not ready to be in a marriage, that's not ready to engage in sexual relations, I don't think that's cool at all.
Right.
Which is why the R. Kelly shit is... Seeing it now at 30 opposed to seeing it in 2002 is a totally different perspective.
Yeah.
So, yeah, in 2002, I looked over that shit. I didn't care. Like, I was on the same shit. Like, I was trying to get the same girls. Like, but now at 30, I'm looking at it like, damn, well, I got friends that got daughters. You know, I got young nieces. I don't want to see that happen to none of them. So,
right.
Yeah, kids. Some kids can make their own decisions, but when it comes to that, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, cause some things, okay, like some girls are gonna develop a lot faster than others, That's
what I'm saying. But still, mentally,
I'm just saying
not there yet.
Physically, but yeah, mentally they're not there yet. My daughter's gonna be one of those girls where physically she's not gonna look her age, but she's younger. She's already starting to look like that, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like, you know what I mean? I'm scared to death because she's not here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be a couple of hours for me to get to where she's at. God forbid anything ever happen.
Right.
But, you know what I mean? In that sense, because to me, this brings up another bag. You opening up another bag of worms once you do this. Let's say you do pass this across the board, across the country. Then, all right, now, are you going to, expunge all of these people's records that have done this, you know what I'm saying, that have been charged with shit with, underage women, right? I.e. Robert, if you're talking about marrying her, that kind of opens up, you know what I'm saying, Pandora's box, this type of stuff. But like I said,
with Robert, he's got a sexual abuse charge. Mm-hmm. It's not, I don't think it's more so the molestation. Mm-hmm. It's the abuse. But
it's like it's a slippery. I just feel like it's a slippery slope.
For me, it's both. I don't like none of that shit Robert's doing.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man.
But I can see that being used in court to some degree as a form of defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, she's of it. She's mentally capable. You know what I mean? The law says, and people running to the law. You know what I'm saying? To hide behind that. What they bullshit.
Because to me, it's like this. Like everybody, if you're trying to marry a 16-year-old girl and you're 30, all 16-year-olds aren't the same.
Yeah.
Like you've got 16-year-olds that are in college. That skip grades and then they're doing college work now. They're damn near finna graduate college.
Yeah. You
also have 16-year-olds that are damn near still in 8th grade. Reading second grade level, damn near. You know what I mean? So it's weird. And I would say just to keep everything safe, no, you shouldn't allow that.
Absolutely. Ms. Bryant? You got nothing to say?
No. I really don't, not about that topic.
All right. Let's move on then. Paul Manafort, former Trump campaign chair, gets 47 months for tax and bank fraud. Could have done as much as 25 years. Asked for 10 and got 4.5
months.
No, 4.5 years. He got 47 months.
Oh.
That just go to show you, man.
Trump has and since he's been in office, over 90 criminal charges. 90 criminal charges.
Mm-hmm.
I
don't understand how he's not impeached.
I mean,
he's worse than the actual criminals that are locked up.
Yeah.
But then
I heard Pence is worse though, so I'm just kind of like
criminally or just as a person.
It's like as a person, both. They're like we really don't want Pence in there.
He's a white supremacist, super white supremacist.
So right now we just dealing with the lesser of two evils, I guess, because it's like if they do it.
But we knew that going in though.
This is true.
Like we knew Pence is from Indiana. We knew what consists in Indiana.
Yeah.
So I don't know why this was like catching us off guard now. Like people knew, Trump's affiliation with white supremacy.
Right.
Pence's affiliation being in Indiana.
Right.
The history of what that is, people knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
White people knew what they were doing.
Yes.
White Republicans knew what they were doing, I should say. And some dumbass black Republicans.
Yeah. Money they got coming in.
Man, listen.
All right, man. Rounding on out this thing, man. Chicago mayoral election rundown. Miss Nikki B, you was participating on Prep Winkle's side. Okay? We got a rundown going on between her and Lightfoot. Now, Friday.
Daley's not in it no more?
Oh, no.
Daley gave, he conceded, was a couple of weeks ago?
He conceded the day of the first part of the runoff that they had.
And he endorsed immediately, I think, Prep Winkle.
I think he did. But
but Friday, Willie Wilson gave his nomination and support to Miss Lightfoot.
Yes.
Willie Wilson is a black dude?
Yeah. And it was integral, or at least they was putting an emphasis on it because he had a majority of the black vote during this initial election. So, basically they were saying, all right, well, whoever he endorses has that much more of a chance of winning, this runoff election in April. So tell us a little bit about the whole, you participating, your opinion on how it went, going door to door, talking to people, as you initially endorsed Prep Winkle, and let us know where you stand with it as of, today.
An unbiased opinion, if you can, please.
I mean, I am going to
and before you start, you were on this commercial.
I look good, didn't I?
You seem like a Prep Winkle soldier.
Yes.
Before you start, Tony Prep Winkle just seems like a mean ass grandma. Like you go to your house, you can't do shit.
Man, the experience, came across, I would say, by my thought process being changed differently due to we need to know more about what's going on here in Chicago. Mm-hmm. A lot of people have, been using it, let's be woke situation, and like I've been stating, if you guys follow me on Instagram or whatever, I've been woke, and it's just time to find out what's going on. So, got onto the campaign and didn't know that I was going to be in the commercial. So the commercial was shot right over there in the Hyde Park area over there, in the Kenwood area where she's initially from, because she taught at Kenwood. And with that experience, it's been shown 1.5 million now times. Mm-hmm. So it's been a lot of, it's been a good experience with that part. But I would say now, once you went out there, you start doing the campaign and the phone banking, and you're trying to call to see if people is going to endorse her, and trying to find out what's going on. It's more size to it than what the mayor campaign candidates really should be doing. Mm-hmm. And just giving my unbiased opinion, I believe that both of them need to go out there and find out what's going on with the people. Mm-hmm. And if they, just me being not just a volunteer, but also being a regular taxpaying citizen, you need to hit the age groups between 18 and 40. Reason being because we don't vote. And I seen that on election day. Mm-hmm. The turnout where we were at was at Columbia College. Nobody really came out and vote. You know who came out and vote? The white people. Mm-hmm. Older white people. You saw some of the black people. And you're in Columbia College. Mm-hmm. You would think everybody would be out there voting.
Right.
You would think that you would see people coming in where I have a house at, which is in the Beverly Morgan Park area. Not one person on nobody's team, from Mayor Daley down to Willie Wilson, none of them came over in that area. Mm. Why? Because they feel that we vote over there. Now, I got a neighbor who's been over there for 50 years. She said, we don't vote over here. You know why? Because they feel that we're going to vote. And you know what that area is the most of consumers of the black votes of the Chicago policemen, the firefighters, the people that work in these industrial part of Chicago, just like myself. So you're not going to come over here and check and see what we're going to do?
Right.
I was there going and doing the canvassing and talking to the consumers and everything like that. We was in the Jeffrey Manor area. And they closed the food pantry. None of these people knew about that. None of these mayor candidates. Did they go out there and check on it? No. Mm-hmm. So an older young lady, she was walking past and we was trying to give her some information. We was like, hey, you're going to vote for Tony and everything like that. She's like, I'm sorry. They closed the food pantry over here and they didn't let us know. So she needs food. Do they know about the food pantry that happens on 67th down Eggleston going towards Halsted every day, every Saturday, giving out a basket of food? No. What about those, all your mini aldermans are pretty much little mayors that help out with these two mayor candidates? Do they go see about all these houses that have the X's on them? No. So with that being said, we was in a lot of parts of the neighborhoods. We was in West Pullman. Now, man, you might think that's Roseland. Gentrification all the way.
There's white people over there now?
Man, I tell you, they have bought up a lot of stuff.
Wow.
Gentrification. They're actually putting artistic lofts over there, right there before you get to the police station. We're going to put up artistic lofts. And what was so funny is that there was not one black person or brown person on the construction site.
Of course not.
That's crazy.
I said, really? So one young lady, she invited me in the house. I'm like, man, I'm kind of scared. I just want to get you a plug. So she was like, I used to, my husband's white. She was black. And she like, she was pregnant again, and she was explaining to me how, what happened when Tony was an alderman over there in Hyde Park. And the things, her opinions on it that I can't discuss. So do we know what both candidates are for? Do we know, what do you guys know about Lori Lightfoot? What do you guys know about Tony Perry? Everybody knows about Tony because of the sugar tax.
Right.
Do we know the reason behind the sugar tax?
Right.
The reason that she kept the sugar tax going is the reason to keep these mental hospitals and keep all these, I would say, these healthcare people in Stroger Hospital employed. But then there's a lot of other stuff that she's done. She's, everybody knows her as the tax queen. She's going to tax no matter what. And then by her putting that threat out, as soon as she said, hey, if I become mayor, I'm firing Eddie, I'm firing the superintendent. That's something I would have never said. That's me personally. To me, I think that both of these campaign candidates need to get out and stop being old-fashioned. Let's go out here and get on these podcasts. Let's be more with social media. Let's be more sociable and not just the poorest black neighborhood. You need to go to every part of Chicago because Chicago is ran by you and the governor.
Right.
The governor, he's down there in these downstates. Them little downstate places like Bloomington, Carbondale, which is, all those little college towns have nothing to do with you having to deal with Chicago. And if anybody watches that program, what's that, Boss? With Kelsey Grammer. That's pretty much how Chicago is. Yeah. Now, how is you as a woman, both of you all women, one of them came out that she's gay. The other one.
Well, it was kind of apparent, though.
And listen,
I'm just saying.
But she went, while everybody else was doing their thing, she went up north, and she got both votes. But think about Lori Lightfoot. If she's going to get in, she's going to crack down on all of the corruption that is going on in the police department. You know, so she knows about the Laquan McDonald case because she did it. Right. So my thing is, what do we want for these mayor candidates? Is the question that everybody asks me. I was in my brother's barbershop. Shout out to my boy Jimmy. You know, they asked me a lot of stuff like I was an alderman. No, I'm not an alderman. I'm just a person out here getting out a little bit of information. But right. As you all are voters, I'm gonna ask you some real questions. Did you guys go vote?
Well, we don't stay in the city.
Yeah, so we can't vote.
Vote.
That's what I'm saying. So
if I stayed in the city, I would have went and voted.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying?
Definitely would have if I stayed in the city. I mean, I feel like that's the one time you can vote where it does seem like your vote matters, as opposed to, you know, when you go and vote for the president. We know clearly that our vote don't matter then. You know, that's all about the college electoral votes. But
that's the one. That's the one you really shouldn't even be like paying attention to. It's all the other ones that matter.
Yeah.
All the Senate, House, all that shit. Those are the ones you gotta, you know,
pay attention to.
Mold the landscape.
Yeah.
Governor.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Like a lot of people, you know, we sit there and, you know, as soon as we get one of these candidates in, man, you know, now, you know, this happened. Well, it would be different if you went out there and voted. Don't sit, you know, you just can't sit here and make your opinion about if Lori Lightfoot is good. You need to read up on both candidates, like I tell anybody. Read up on both of the candidates. You know, Lori Lightfoot put away a lot of black men.
Yeah.
A lot of black men in
and she got rich doing it.
Yes. And another thing is, too, there's 43,000 black men and women behind bars. 43,000 votes. Did you guys vote for the governor when it happened? Okay, so let's say JB. JB actually got a nice little constituency that's behind him. He voted for the marijuana. He voted for the increase of the minimum wage. He also right now is getting a bill they're working on that when these men get out of jail, they don't have to pay the restitution back. Right. Which is good because that way when you get out, you still, you know, you are who you are.
Yeah.
And then also getting to the point where they're getting these bills passed where as soon as they get out, they got to go to a halfway house. Let's get them set up with jobs and everything like that. So that part of the government is working pretty decent. But he has to have a good partner. He has to have a good mayor to make this a smooth transaction. And I feel that, not saying there's nothing against us as being women, we don't know who's going to snap. Think about it. There's going to be that one day, well, I'm the mayor, this is going to happen. So it's all about how we feel as people, who we feel that will be the better candidate.
Yeah.
We need to go out there. We need to really research. Don't listen to the bullshit. Don't listen to what these, you know, us canvassers or anybody that's gonna say, Nikki, who are you gonna vote for? Don't worry about who I'm voting for. You need to go out here and know about who do you want inside of the office.
Right.
Because in Chicago, and you guys don't live in Chicago, which is very smart, it's high as fuck. You go down 67th, there's nothing but abandoned buildings. And my thing is, you guys live in the burbs, but you'll buy property in the city. Would you live in the city with your property? Would you live in the city that you buy property in? No, you wouldn't.
Nope.
Why? Did you come? You came from the city, right?
Yeah, but I know how Chicago operates. I mean, anybody that stays here knows how Chicago operates. You know, and I think Tony does a disservice to herself by being too old school in an era where you got to put out more information than she's willing to put out if she wants to succeed. Lightfoot, on the other hand, she's putting out information. She kind of mum on, you know, what she did as far as being a lawyer and putting away XYZ people, you know what I mean, specifically. But, you know, outside of that, though, it's chess. It ain't checkers.
Yeah, they both throwing jabs, negative jabs at each other. And you be like, man, you know, I'm a black sister and everything like that or whatever. But at the same token of the case, we're going to end up with the first black female mayor. We just don't know who. And it all depends on who's going to go out and vote. Because a lot of these people hate Tony Periwinkle. Not going to sit here and lie.
I ain't gonna lie, I hear it a lot.
You do, don't you?
Yeah.
A lot.
The only reason why people is behind her that know me is because they saw me on that commercial and they like, Nikki, if you rock with her and this is what we're going with, let's do it.
They're going off of your vouch.
They're going off of my vouch.
Yeah.
Me, personally, right now, I'm still indecisive. Not going to sit here and lie. I haven't been working on a campaign about a week. We took a week off and everything like that because I still got to reevaluate things. I went and bought more books on the Chicago politics, on why we're so segregation, what happened with the Chicago housing authorities, and who bought that down. And then the most prolific book I bought was the 1983 Chicago mayor election between Jane Burns, my man Harold Washington, and Daley. So it's all the same thing.
Yeah.
But just my opinions on
All right.
So no matter what you guys go through, please go get registered to vote. Go vote. April 2nd is the voting day if you're here in Chicago. No matter who the candidate is, please go out there and vote. Make your voice still be heard because not only your grandparents went out there and fought for it, not even just the women, we had to fight to go vote. Please go out there and vote no matter what. Because at the end of the day, when it does go down and happen, don't be the person to be in blame and say, I didn't go vote.
Right. All right, there you have it, man. Nikki, go and give me your social media information so they can see where to follow you and talk to you, chop it up about this political stuff and everything else you got yourself going in the end right now.
Well, you can check me out. The name, you can check me out as Female Ari Gold on Instagram. I really do a lot of stuff on Instagram, so.
I'm glad you changed that, by the way.
Man, the other one was really that was me watching too much of Insecure, and I thought about it. I said, man, not being political, but getting towards that close to being 40, I was like, it's not about having a good time in gym shoes anymore. It's time to really think about some more political things.
Buckle down.
Yeah, and then creating avenues for anybody. We also starting a consulting firm, Be More Consulting Firm. I am starting up for resumes, cover letters, job etiquette, interviews, helping out in the community. Be More Foundation. Both those two will be up pretty soon. Which is a nonprofit organization where we can try to help out our youth as well as go out here and give back to our homeless brothers and sisters. And also, apparently getting ready to come into 2020 is NDO LLC, Transportation Trucking. So get at me on Female Art Gold on Instagram. So.
All right. Thank you for coming out, Miss Bryant. Big B, it's another one in the books, man. Episode number 40.
That's a wrap.
Yes, sir.
I'm tired as hell.
Yeah, it's another late one, another late night. People, our late night listeners, you won't have a new episode this week. So tune in week after next. We're going to make sure Feel Good and Brandy Nicole get in here and give y'all that goodness that y'all want, that triple X side of life, that adulting. Make sure that you check us out, BlvdAve TV, on CAN TV if you're here in Chicago. Public access. Check your cable provider. I believe Xfinity carried it in some areas and WOW. But check your cable provider. We on Channel 19 throughout this month. The dates are, just to run them down for y'all again, the remaining dates are the 16th, the 19th, the 20th, and the 30th. At 7 p.m. on the 16th, at 7:30 p.m. on the 19th, 2:30 p.m. on the 20th, and 4 p.m. on the 30th. That is, again, on Channel 19, CAN TV. Follow us on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, at BlvdAve_radio. That is BlvdAve_radio. Last but not least, if you got any comments, questions, concerns, you want to tell us what you like, what you don't like, hit the phone line up, man. 872-307-3828. Make sure you tell us who you are, where you're calling from, and then, go about your business from there. Alright, there you have it, man. Episode number 42. You know what I'm saying? Understand, it's a marathon, not a race, so always make it count. I am your boy, Old Man Logan.
It's your boy, King B.
Alrighty, there you have it. BlvdAve Radio. I was gonna say TV. Shit. We catch y'all next week.
Do same.